a little stream. Cool. Yeah, so we're gonna be checking out Conquest of Elysium 5. It'll be our little orc mod that we got going on. It's the one you've seen briefly, you know, I teased you a little. And yeah. Thank God Elysium won. I'm gonna be real. The game with spelling isn't very fun for someone with bad dyslexia. That's fair. No, I understand. That is completely valid. 100%. Yeah. Okay. Not anymore, it won't. There you go. Preventing any further ads. So, I passed a lo-fi StarCraft instrumental thing. Again, F's in chat for Macborn. Maybe some other time. We'll get some Macborn action. Some error. Line 155. What did I do? I see what I did. Hold on. I see what I did. I accidentally did an oopsie. Line 1555 is where an error occurred. Because I probably pressed a button that I did not mean to be pressing. Oh yeah, the literal command is literally just a dash. I just made a little dash accidentally. Oops. Now, mind you, we will not have the elementals fully available for us, because I didn't make the ritual for them yet either, so like the wacky fire elemental you've seen and stuff like that, you won't be seeing. Huh? I swear to God, I changed it, no? We have another one? Hold on, sorry, little fixes need to be done. And also, thank you for the hydrate. 1618, I apparently also made a dash. Oopsie. I seem to have butterfingered it. Yeah. There we go, okay. Now we should be fine. We also don't have access to the iron divers. There's that also. It's a bit of a shame, but again, they're not finished. After all. Like that faction part isn't finished. Since the iron divers, are basically meant to be, you know, divers, you know, they're going underwater, you know, with harpoon guns. But the engineering thing isn't really finished, so I don't mind like keeping it there. 17. Oh my God, I have so many errors right now popping up because I apparently did some wacky typing. AR, what was it, like dash or something? Oh my God, hold on. Armor 0, there we go. Cool. Am I fine now, or do I have any other issues that I accidentally created? Okay, no, now we're good. Okay, cool. Yeah, absolutely. Now there's butter all over keyboard. Yeah, no, it's basically when I was like changing up my my mimic, right? When you saw me like do my different expressions here. The hotkeys basically got entered into the code, right? So that's the issue that happened, you know? Yeah, fingers are too big for the keyboard. It happens on the phone a lot. But yeah, once you eat dinner, we're doing some Conquest after all. Yes, we're doing some Conquest. So basically, mech game would have crashed OBS, then we did some words on stream, and now we're doing this here right now. And a bit of a variety day, sadly. Sadly because, you know, it's not technically part of the plan, but we're still gonna have a good time, so don't worry about it. So unit is called, Clark, and it's a blue oak that moves. Why should I add that? Yeah, we can, well, what do we think? Just normal medium-sized map, maybe? We can enable score graphs as well, and, yeah, it looks good to me. Half mech. We'll just play on Butler for now. We'll just do a Butler off real quick here. And we'll see how that'll perform there. Because you can? Ah, okay. Well, because I can, I also won't do it then. Yeah, so that's what we got going. And the name shall be... You know it. You know. I'll name my boy Twerk. I gotta, dude. Listen, I got to. I got to. I know? There we go. So, do we still... recruit Bakemonos? I think we recruit Bakemonos because of the fact that we're inside of a mountain stronghold. I think that's the issue, right? Because of the starting place being a mountain stronghold, we inherently can recruit Bakemonos, so we'll just ignore them. We'll just ignore the Bakemonos, okay? They're just not part of it, right? Though we will not be ignoring the other Bakemonos around us, you know? We won't be ignoring those. And, you know, this is more like the intended starting army with the suicide prevention mod on as well, so there's that. Yeah, imagine Bakemonos confusion, I know, right? Yeah, I mean, just because some of the people are green doesn't mean that we're the same, you know? You and I were not the same, you see. Yeah, we'll just get everyone going here. But yeah, you can kind of see the idea more. Again, ignoring the Bakemonos. We got our Glorious Seekers, the War Drummers, Impaler Brutes, the Ice Rock Fellas, and the Glorious Seeker. The Ice Rocks can only be recruited because of having, you know, Titan Slayer. He enables the recruitment of those guys. Like, decent, right? They're decent. But they're not as good as, like, the fully upgraded versions of the other boys. So we'll just, like, completely bully some Bakemonos, eh? Hold on. What if I separate you? And then you can take the whole army and just separate that too. Yeah, you go down there. And you should be more than capable of beating up some little, you know, little guys down there. Alright. So yeah, that's basically how it works, right? You got your units, you got your leader. And, you know, you basically make your little decisions here. So I basically sent my leader solo after the 2 Bakemonos there. And the main army after these guys back there. So let's see how it's gonna perform, shall we? So first fight would be bullying some little guys, which went about as expected. And then the Iron Minded, right? Yeah, we also have like... Oh, can I pause? I can change the music. It's a little loud still, you know? Since, like, you know, technically, these guys have a custom sound effect as well for the war drums, which does, you know, give plus strength. They're meant to be just a buff unit for the most part only, you know? Work. So there's how that works. The music is a little loud. I just wanted to show it off earlier. It's kind of okay now, though. Preferences, sound... Yeah, you get the idea. You get the idea with the song too. Alright, transfer units. We got everyone back in. Which, kind of would have liked to see the battle report, actually. Because I don't think we can see it there. And that's the unit overview, which, fair enough, I guess, right? 3, 4, 6, 2, 1. So we lost a couple Glorious Seekers, but then again, it's kind of like their whole purpose. You see? That's their whole purpose. They're very much, you know, expandable. We don't want to use too many brutes, however, or, you know, any guys in the back. The funny thing is, because these guys, they can't shoot you in the back because they're a little inaccurate, but they do a lot of damage. Yeah. They have found a glory. Yeah, that is the thing, right? That's the idea. They're going in, unarmed, just punching the enemy, trying to do it for the glory. And they're, like, a little silly. They're a little stupid, maybe. Because they're, like, used by warlocks to be turned into, like... How to put it, like little cannon fodder fellas, you know? Effectively, we're, like a hecatomb, right? Like, they're just being sent in to explode. There we go, see the war drums right there. Yeah, Glorious Seekers doing the thing Glorious Seekers tend to do, which is seek glory and die. as one does. See, one of them immediately got exploded right there. And then the brutes come on in. They're more like the proper beefcakes, you see? Dealing one whole damage right there. Would be funny if there was another orc. That would be actually funny, yeah. Kinda lore accurate, I suppose, right? Like, you know, having like their differences and whatnot. I don't like that he is attacking our little spirit dancer, you know? I don't appreciate it. Okay, we got one Glorious Seeker remaining. I can yonk this. We probably ignore the large spiders in the abandoned mine, at least for the time being. Yeah. I wanna be trying to go back home. Back home. There we go. Spooder. Yeah, we got a couple people we can recruit there. There we go. So if I go back home, we don't have the money. I would like to get anything except for the Bakemonos. Again, we ignore the Bakemonos, right? And again, that's the idea, right? Few units, but they're pricey. And don't look at me towards trading, because trading is a minimal thing here with the orcs as well. We can sack villages if we want to sack that one farm. We could do that, technically. We can also go for a regime thing. We can get axe throwers. The thing is, they chuck axes at you. It does pretty okay damage, as you can tell. But it's very short range as well. So they can be nice. Or if we want something beefier, you know, we got this guy with his little shield over there. Or we just get a Death Seeker, because I kind of like it's like on them, I'll be honest with you. I kind of like... He's also mindless, because the Death Seeker... You can guess what he does. He's willing to die. It's like one of those Dwarven Slayers in a way, you know? Yeah, he does have Berserk as well. So he could be a pretty funky fella. Thing is that he would cost most of my cash. They're chunky. They're chunky, yeah, they're chunky. Like, orcs have like 24 HP, 14 HP here, 16 HP. Meanwhile, like, spiders have 8 HP. Humans can have like 6-ish HP. If we were to look at the Bankemonos, which are like little goblins, they have like 3 HP. So they're definitely like on the chunky side of things for sure. Like the Impalers have 12, right? Like they definitely, they do damage, they can take it, but again, you get very few of them per recruit. Glory Seekers you get the most of, because they're like the expendable guys after all. So we can also save for the Ice Orc Warriors, right? Which would be a little more expensive, but we get one more and, oh, they're decent. But I want a Death Seeker, because why the fuck wouldn't I? So we get this fella there. I like his looks, you know, I like the cut of his jib. There we go, and then we'll just move on. Cyclops! They want to fight a Cyclops. He does have a big old fucking hammer. He can one-shot any orc with that hammer. Plus, he does additional damage in an AoE, and he stuns. We might want to avoid the Cyclops, I'll be honest with you. You know, we might want to avoid him. At least for the time being. At least for the time being, we want to avoid him. For now, we do. What else we got? We got some slingers, which we can easily take on. Hammer time. Hammer time is pretty scary, though. Hammer time is scary. Yeah, we're just gonna take on some slingers, which should be pretty much overran very quickly. Look at that one Glory Seeker. He's the first one to charge them. What a lad. And then he just goes in, punches them, almost kills one guy barehanded. And then he's probably gonna get killed because, initiative... Yeah, he actually is still alive. Hold on, he's still kicking. He's still kicking, Chad. The one Glory Seeker, he is alive. He survived. My guy, he killed 3 people. And he has a debilitating wound, so that sucks a little, but, you know, good on him. Good on him. He made it. He's a true warrior right there, let me tell you. Dwarves, wolf tribe people, which... would probably kill that one Glory Seeker with his very little HP remaining there. Because, well, Wolf Tribe people, what do they have? They just like stab you with the dagger and they have a couple of archers. So nothing too crazy. The tower would definitely result in a couple losses and the dwarves we don't really have to fight. So here's like the thing, right? Like the farm gives me some money. But it gives me the least amount of money, so I could technically sack the farm for a bit more of a boost in the economy right now. So we go fuck up the... Ah, there goes the Glory Seeker. There he goes! He found his glory at last! He found his glory at last. My man. And then there's the dwarves, the 2 dwarven workers taking my iron mine. Yeah, he tried, he tried! But you know, he found his glory at last. I sacked the village. I yoinked that village. That village, no more. But I got some nice money out of it. Which means I can get... I read it as Dick the Beastmaster. Dirk. Dirk would be nice, but I can barely about not afford him, actually. So it's a little awkward. We could get some other fellas, you know? I did too, yeah, right. You kind of read as Dick. But, we can get axe throws what we kind of need right now, or we just save the money so we can maybe get a Ritual of Mastery for the 150 here and the 15 there. So this guy would be beefier and we'll get some new skills, for example. So maybe we'll just wait. Meanwhile, the dwarves... You know, the dwarf's being an absolute nuisance to me. Just being annoying. It's just being kind of annoying, actually. They don't have the balls to actually attack my main settlement, though. I'm telling you right now, they don't have the balls. They don't have those dwarven balls to do so. Alright. Yeah, like next turn is what I'm thinking, maybe. We can get a Slayer. You guys want to see a purple orc? Ever seen a purple orc? I thought so. The elusive purple orcs of Agartha are often Iron Mask assassins, you know? Little slayers. Because they have the assassination thing, meaning they attack first, going after the leader and whatnot. It's also invisible, you know, nice and sneaky. I thought it was a nice little touch for them, you know? But, we could get a Slayer, you know? Would set us back a little bit, but it should be fine, surely. Yeah, I'm gonna get a Slayer. I'm gonna get an Orc Slayer. Well, why not, you know? Do it for the funsies, right? And then we just reclaim the Iron Mine by overrunning the enemies, and we can yoink that Slayer into our army here. You know, bring him into the fold. We can also see what's north of us right now, technically. And we got a hamlet. We got a hamlet and some more tent villages of the Bakemono. So, yoink. Yoinks the hamlet. Yoinks the hamlet. The berserkers berserking, so they really pissed them off nicely there. And they're all dead. Yeah, they really pissed off the Death Seeker. Can I get another Spirit Dancer? As these guys are overrun. Another tower. Another tower down there. Again, it's a tower I'll probably be sort of ignoring. Not interested just yet. It's, you know, the loss is like, yes, we can take on the tower, right? But then, that's kind of how I want the faction to be played. I want them to... You don't want to lose too many orcs, so maybe, you know, pick your battles well early on, and then you can go crazy, you know? Then you can go ham. It looks like a really fun game. Yeah, it is a fun one. It is a fun one, for sure. Okay, we're at a crossroads. I can get Ariot, the Beastmaster. Or I can become a better warrior myself. Honestly, I think Ariot, I welcome thee. So we got Ariot, the Beastmaster, riding on his Goreclaw. He allows the recruitment of man-catchers, and he has his own little rituals, like taming beasts from the wild. He has a pretty decent unit, very beefy of course too, because Mount plus Rider, so it's beefy, it's quick, and has decent damage too. So there's his thing. And he currently has the rituals of Beast Mastery going, which, you know, ain't the craziest thing. We'll mainly use him as either a scout, or, you know, like a little bit of a reinforcement unit. As long as he doesn't get caught alone, it should be fine. Like, for example, here, we can go after the Bakemonos together, and you can see, like, the combined force. So we can still use them, like, separately there. So, yeah, the Orc Death Seeker is very angry now. And then the Goreclaw comes in, killing one Bakemono, killing another Bakemono. It's good, he already killed 3 people. And another one. 5 people now died. Because it's the Swipe Poleaxe and the Bite, so he can be pretty menacing, for sure. But I tried making him also, like, respectively expensive as well, right? You can get another Beastmaster, look at that. Yeah, each claw kills one Bakemono. Yeah, I mean, you got those more given claws there. And technically another thing, he uses a lot of herbs. So now we got a new resource introduced here. So we might want to get the Ancient Forest if we want to keep the rituals of this guy. If we say we just ignore his rituals, we don't have to interact with the Ancient Forest. There's a bunch of, like, naked women right there, and a couple, like, bozos with them. All they do is punch and scratch me, but, like... And they're stupid. So we got bimbos, I mean, and a bunch of bozos. Okay, got it. And a satyr. Honestly, these guys will be completely wiped out if we approach them, but, you know, still. Yeah. See, we got another beast boy down there. Or we can get some axe throwers, which is what I'm gonna do this time. This time around. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of how the game works. People will say, like, it's super, like, complex and whatnot, but, like, it's fairly straightforward, all things considered. So yeah, the Reveler, all he does is punch. All they do is scratch. They do have Berserk, meaning they get more morale and, you know, additional HP, so they can be a little nastier, but it should be overall fine. So I'm still gonna mess him up inside of the ancient forest there. Yeah. Let's see how it's gonna go here, shall we? So one of the main needs is gonna be a little angry right there. Going after... Oh, well, she got gotten. Just like that. The Orcish front line persists against a bunch of naked women, which are very angry. There we go. See, like, they're getting beaten up by the brutes and whatnot as well. This is what we call a pretty bad matchup for them. You know? This is what we call a horrible matchup for the mainies. And those little bozos are not gonna do much. They're just gonna, like, kiss and hug us. So, yeah, that didn't really do too much to us. They got completely walloped. Then again, it was a pretty easy army to fight. Yeah, go by bimbos and bozos, that's right. Now, there's a moose and a bear with some deer. And yes, they're allied, before you ask. The deer and the bear, they're friends, actually. They're friends. Anything I can get a man catcher. Man catchers have that awful habit of catching men. They're wacky. So they're mainly used to get sacrifices started. And they also can enslave people with the man catcher. So it's a bit of a wacky thing. But we can't afford them. I just want to mention. Honorable mention, you know. Honorable mention there. Bear and deer or two moose? Well, either way, we'll probably have to find one of them. Otherwise, we're gonna take the funny forest, most likely. So we're gonna fight some moose real quick. Yeah, one of the moose is about to get walloped. Oh yeah, the moose is stampeding for our stampede. Ironically, one of them is going, the other one's gone too. Yeah, they have like a trample ability, right? So if they touch you, they do deal damage to you. And then we got the bears. The bears down there. So we might as well take him out so the forest is gonna be somewhat safe for the Beastmaster to be getting herbs out of and whatnot, you know. Since again, he mainly uses herbs and some sacrifices in his rituals, so there's that whole thing. The bear is a little tougher, as you can tell. But there's a lot of orcs after all. Yeah, there goes the friends. There they go. There they go. Put to sleep by the spirit dancer too. Who's our only magician so far. There you go. Yeah, and then we can make our way out of the mountains. And back to our homestead instead. Since we should be able to, you know, pick up some of the people we recruited there. And yeah, we got the axe throwers over there. And technically speaking, we could get a fume forger almost. Not quite though. Fume forger are cool. I like them. And I'm biased. I'm biased and I like them. I would like to get one, but we can't afford this one sadly because it's like 2 gold. Too expensive for me. Now, I could go sack a village, but I also don't have the AP to move or sack. So, we'll just have to say, probably not. Probably not today, little guy. Though we could get some ice warriors. Ice orc warriors there. We could get that, or 7 impalers. Well, actually, we can't. Yeah, ice orc warriors, maybe. So we got, like, a bit of a beefier front line here of the blue boys. I know. So we got that going here. Orc shaman. Nice. But not what I would like though. I would like the orc shaman. Orc shamans can be pretty awesome. Since they can spec into like the different paths, right? And I wouldn't mind them. Elemental magic can be pretty decent after all. So you know, I mean I can't really get that farm sacked either, since I wouldn't have enough AP by the time I make it down there. So that shaman's also gonna be a little elusive, I'm afraid, you know? Elusive shaman, that one, you see, elusive shaman there. Yeah, we'll just keep ignoring the Cyclops. The trolls and the goblins would be, however, more likely to be gotten. That is more likely to get. It is gonna be somewhat costly, probably. But, here we go. One goblin's already dead before the fight even began properly. And the trolls are really the main issue. The goblins are more like a little annoying, I guess, but that's about it. The trolls, they have the whole region going on and stuff. And they do have armor on them as well, so they reduce the damage by a good chunk. As you see, the goblins or whatever, like, they're just cannon fodder, they're just filler. The trolls are kind of killing the Beastmaster, though, you know, riding on top of his Goreclaw. So we took out one of them. Goreclaw is more than halfway dead, however. And then there's this one other troll, which does have sweep attack. So the Beastmaster took some damage. The troll got absolutely brutalized. And he is put to sleep as well. And he kills the Beastmaster! That is a shame. That is a true shame, honestly. He did kill the guy on top of the cat. He killed the guy with the cat. That hurts. That hurts a little. Yeah, that hurts a little bit, yeah. Yeah, so we lose all of our herb that we were getting there. We lose that. We can get glory seekers too. Yeah, that is a shame. That is a shame. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, trolls, definitely on the tougher side of things there. But, 07 indeed, yeah. We also got an ancient pale one, which is gonna be a very, very similar story, except for the pale ones themselves aren't cannon fodder enemies. And we're hurting a little bit, so we'll just avoid them for now. And we found the other player! We found the blue player there! Look at that! We got Templars, we got a Voice of L around here. Yeah, see, I am not cool with those guys. I kinda don't want to keep them around, so we'll just confront them immediately. We'll just confront those cavalrymen. First things first. Yeah, it's doing some weird beam magic as we put one of them to sleep. Impressive enough. The cavalry gets smacked about. Our shield wall with those two guys is still holding. Alright, they do have some armor, mind you. They do have like 3 armor, which is pretty beefy. But then again, we also have a lot of orcs around here, so it's not gonna make it far either. And they also do, they do decent damage. They do decent damage. He killed one. Yeah, we lost our shield boys right now. We lost those guys. Well, we got one. We lost one shield boy though. So, still sucks. Still sucks a little. I can take the goblin coal miner. That's like an easy grab for me. So there we go. We yoinked that stuff. And what we can do now is do the Regime of Mastery. Giving him some shoulder armor, we can now sack a town for 200 bucks and 60 sacrifices. So, you know, the Titan Slayer became a Titan Slayer warmonger. He can hit harder now. Or more frequently, rather. And, yeah, he got at 4 armor now. So we got a very beefy hero there. And we got a bishop. Bishop, his units, and the Archbishop. So that's the Voice of Elfellas right here. Which, that's like the enemy faction, and there's a town as well. The City of Crafts. Laratos, right there. So we'll be setting our eye over to that city, of course. And that Bishop is trying to run away like a little scaredy cat. Technically, we can go after this. Practically, would be getting a couple too many losses for my liking. There's a couple infantrymen. They can hurt pretty badly. We do have way less units, but we got beefier units, all things considered. It'd be an interesting matchup. I'm still gonna go for it. There's a lot of villages, damn. There's a lot of villages here. But yeah, see, they got numbers, we got the qualities. So let's see what's gonna prevail here, shall we? The Archbishop can be a little sketchy with conversion. Oh, mass conversion. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like mass conversion on him. That's what we call a bit of a problem, you know? That's what we call a bit of an issue. So if it converts us, then we're gonna have a big problem there, you know? It's doing some healing. Yeah, healing words there. Okay. Yeah, like their infantry is getting bodied. As long as they don't cast conversion, we might just be fine. If they do cast conversion, we might be in a world of trouble. You know? So it really depends whether they get conversion off or not. And or dead. Okay, we got him. We got him in the end. We got him. A little sketchy. A little scary. You know? Definitely a little scary, but we got basically their toughest units. So they kind of have been gotten there now. So now we just do some cleaning. We just clean him up now. Yeah. It's like an Age of Empires 2 priest, kinda, yeah. Yeah, he was definitely on the scary side of things, for sure. Oh, for sure. Levies. Yeah, we can go for those levies there. We can yoink those. Okay, that's fine. Absolutely. We got some random guy from the place there. If we were to use the regime of Grand Mastery, obviously we can afford that right now. We have 2 little gold. Now if we were to sack a couple villages though, you know? Yeah, see? Then I think right now we might just want to be getting some more fellas going on. What have I missed? We lost a guy on Big Cat against trolls. And we killed the Pope. We have successfully murdered the Pope. That's kind of what has happened in the last episode of Conquest of Elysium. How are you doing? You got a bit of damage in you. The shield guys, again, they're pretty nice because shield gives you 0 to 2 protection against projectiles and 0 to 1. So it could be almost considered a 2 armor fella. But yeah, how many kills do you have? 7. That's pretty nice. 13 on this guy. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, proof of Pope of assassination. Yeah. Pope had to go. It was a thorn in my side. And it was his main army we just saw immediately, so I kind of had to go for it, you see. So we approached the war drums blaring. You know, their infantry chopped apart with the spears and the throwing axes there. And this guy's probably not gonna make it either, you know, he's probably gonna get shot, yeah. So the axe throwers are more accurate than the spear throwers, but they got more damage. But then again, they also have the scatter effect on them. Hey, my tent village! Spirit Dancer, Slayer, and Broods. That's what we could be getting. Could. I see a farm. See, here's the thing, right? We can do set area of denial stuff going, right? So this one farm, I see that farm, I sack the farm. I grab the farm, leaving only ruins behind. I see another farm, and I'm ready to repeat the process as many times needed. You know? Oh, I'm ready to repeat it. We can get another Titan Slayer. Another one of them boys. Titan Slayer, and maybe get him some axe throwers to boot. So we got this guy, and just a couple blue orcs doing blue orky things, you know? It even got infrequent features of these streams. Yeah, it happens, yeah. Yeah, it does do happen. There's a lot of people. I don't know if those folks can take him on. What you got? Sack Village as well, I see. We'll just keep him stationed there for the time being, see what we're gonna be doing with it. We'll just keep him there for the time being. Well, Blue Orc Clan of Old Horde, it is the one. The true Orcish Horde, as we sack village after village down here, boosting our financial independence, you know? We can get another Slayer. War Drummers are nice. Axe Throwers are always gonna need as well. Warriors, Staff Seekers, War Drummers again, they're kinda neat. I like them. They're handy, you know, they're handy. Not sure. We kinda got a nice little archipelago going back here almost. Like a little... almost a half island, you know? So it's very defendable from this side here. At the very least. So that's a good spot. Unless there's like land back here or land down here that I haven't seen, but I doubt it. Thinking whether I want to purchase some guys or not. Again, we ignore the Bakemonos right there. You know? We ignore those, let's see. Ice Orc Axe Thrower. Kinda fancying them, not gonna lie. But they do take some cash as well. You know, fuck it, we get more. Look, those boys, they can handle themselves just fine. Alright? They know how to fight, and they can fight good. There's an ant. There's an ant approaching my towns.
Come to me through fire and war.
How you doing?
I welcome.
Welcome. Let me give you a shout out real quick. Yeah, we're currently playing Conquest of Elysium. I don't know if you know that game. But, Imagine Heroes of Might and Magic in a way. And we're currently also playing the little orc mod, where, you know, yours truly made. How was Satisfactory? How did that go? My own raid message, so, hi. How you doing? Hi! Welcome. Yeah, it's a little funky game. Looks like this. A little old schooly looking, right? But if you know Heroes of Might and Magic, you kind of get the idea for this one here. It's basically you move around with your couple units, conquering tiles, and then you have your army, and then you can fight like the enemies back there. It's like a nice little simulated battle you got and whatnot. Yeah, played of Heroes of Might and Magic. Yeah, absolutely. So it's kind of similar in that sense. Yeah, absolutely. Old My Hero, how you doing? Welcome. Greetings. Yeah, for the ones who don't know me, name is the Twitching Old Warg. We do all sorts of variety. Today we did half sword, but of words on stream, and yeah, now we're doing Conquest of Elysium 5 right now. You know, showing off the little mod, because I think it's neat. I think it's a little neat mod. So we can like go down here, you know, capture the hamlets, and we can still keep going down south, trying to see if we can spy the enemy faction that is somewhere down in the south, right? Hoping none of the other things will get yoinked. So there's that. Half Mecha Conquest Elysium 5. Half Mecha. Yeah, we did a bit of a Mecha game, but sadly its performance was suboptimal. You know, we can say it was a little suboptimal. You know. Surely a couple orcs will be able to beat these guys up, right? If nothing else, I can bolster my forces even further. Oh shit, we can get a warlock. Okay, the question is, guys, would you like to see a warlock or not? But what were you doing in Satisfactory though? How was that going? Were you like continuing your save you had? We're going even harder on it. It's been a while I last played it. I haven't really had the itch to go back. But Victorio though is looking kind of attractive lately. Yeah. What were you up to? So we could get a warlock, but he does the no-no magics, you know, he does the no-no magics and he doesn't mesh well with the other guy we have right now. But it is a warlock, you know, we can corrupt him. It was good. I saw a new save with resource roulette mod that shuffles around all the resources. Yeah, I mean, I guess that'd be pretty handy for when you do like multiple playthroughs, right, since otherwise you know where everything is ready. So that sounds pretty neat. Yeah, again, it's been definitely quite a bit of time since I last played it. I'm not getting the warlock. I say no to his witchcraft, you know, his awfulness, as we say, demonic corruption. Nah, we don't do that here. We don't do that here, alright? Yeah, love the game. Yeah, absolutely. Like, this is our new Factorio save, though. Yeah, like I was thinking of doing some Factorio myself. Since, you know, I've seen some people play it and I was like, what if I do it myself too? You know, what if I do? What if I do though? I get more of my boys here. See, now we're getting the economy running. We get a like pure blue orcish horde right there with this little gang here. And we're gonna beat up some little humies right there so we can see some combat also. Because it looks like this here. We get our shield boys, our X-throwers, and our leader there, our hero unit. So they're approaching one another, chucking the axes about, getting poked by the halberdiers. And now we're in melee range so we can beat them up real nice, you see. A couple arrows being flung, we lose one of our own, but they lose way more of theirs. Absolutely. And for example, like this one axe thrower, he has a wound. He lost an eye, which a little inconvenient. A little inconvenient for a ranged fella, you know. But yeah, that's how combat would look like in this game. Again, nice and simulated there, and yeah, I think it's kind of neat. Let's get a market village, so that's big monies for us. You can be placed up there unless we want you to move a little further down. Maybe, you know, bolster the troops a little further. A fume forger we can't afford, sadly, yet again. Sadly, we'll have to pass on that opportunity again. It's a shame. It's a shame. But oh well. But yeah, Satisfactory is really chill. But at the same time, Factorio has like a, I don't know, like a certain other vibe about it that I also appreciate. Similar games, but definitely not the same, right? In terms of like the vibes, I guess, right? They definitely have, like, their own thing going on each, which, hey, you know, I like each one of them for different reasons. Warlock, Slayer, and Broods? How about not yet? How about not yet? We save the money, maybe we get a Shaman or some Fume Forger as well. You know, maybe we do. So far no, though. So far it's a big old no. But I see a Saint right there. Guys, you wanna see me beat up a Saint, a couple Flagellants, and some sword that kind of flies around menacingly and heavenly? Yeah, we're going up against the church, you see. We're going against the church here. Get him! Oh, we'll get him. Oh, we'll get him real good. Still thinking whether I should buy something here, but I'm just gonna not... Oh, he's attacking me! Interesting, okay. Why would you attack me? What made you decide to attack me? I mean, saves me the action points, I suppose, right? So that's awesome. Oh, okay, the sword, okay, the sword did something horrible just now. Because it's a heavenly sword, that is a fire sword, and I have orcs made of ice, they're vulnerable to fire damage, you see? So I guess fair enough, right? Fair enough. Fucking bozo there. He set my ice orcs on fire. I don't appreciate it. My Death Seeker's gonna maybe even find death now. Same with the shield guy. Yeah, there he goes, getting cooked. I think it's gonna burn to death. Yeah, we lost some ice orcs there. Yeah, he was pretty bold. He did inflict some losses on me though with that heavenly sword. That I did not appreciate, honestly. That I did not appreciate. But you can already hear the war drums. The war drums of, I did not appreciate what you just did to my people. That's the war drums you're hearing right there. The Sand Summer, yeah, the Sand Summer damage would be effective. And it was. And it was. We lost a shield boy there. Technically, we can replenish it with another shield boy. Or two. Don't worry, while we're in the south, we're making another army in the north right now. You know? He couldn't win this war. He couldn't win it, no. He was not meant for it. I'm gonna send this boy here so we can reconquer some of the mines that we had there. Okay, we got another force of theirs down there. We got another one. Being a bit whittled down, we might want to be going back a little, find some sort of, like, place to replenish ourselves in. Bandits and dwarves, yeah, it's an easy matchup. So he came from down in the south, and I found his home. So we're gonna be taking that hamlet. And because I'm a fan of denying him resources, I might just burn the hamlet down. You know, so he won't have it either. If I can't keep it, you certainly won't keep it either. Trust me on that one. Oh, you won't be keeping it. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, we're taking that hamlet by force and burning it down. Yeah, just beat them all up. Independent in the Iron Mines. The Blue Orc Goomba squad right there. Yeah, see, like, they're trying. They hurt the axe thrower back there with the arbalist, but other than that, not too much damage on their side. Yeah, just completely crumped right there. There we go. As long as we won't fire, we should be fine, though. Okay, we got the Templar up there, which is a little scary. It's a little scary. I will use my special power of sacking the town. So, bye-bye to that hamlet. And this should be very much conquerable. I still have my Spirit Dancer army, so yeah. I'm gonna go and take the guard tower back there so I can, like, recruit stuff back there as well. Also, funny meteorite spot. Funny little meteorite impact area. Still can't get the guys I would like to, though. We'll get some more axe throwers up in the home. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, they're coming out. This guy even has a funny Crown of Command getting more leadership, which is okay, I guess. It's alright, I suppose. Whatever, really. Yeah, half of them fall asleep, so they lost a ranged advantage, and yeah, they're getting gotten here. Oh, they're getting gotten real good right now. Yeah, they're just sleeping because of our mage Put him to sleep. Too bored. Colonel command has been obtained. And there goes the ant. Capturing the village. Classical ant. So now that we have conquered this one guard tower that allows us to actually recruit units back here. So, practically speaking, we can recuperate some of the loss that we suffered earlier, partially at least. So we can get some more of these warriors, so we can have some of the shield boys with us again. So we can do that. And, yeah, the Templar, he is somewhere up in the north. So we can, like, regain some of these villages there. While we just... Honestly, we just spent a turn back there. We'll just spend a turn just sitting there. So we can heal some of our troops and, you know, maybe then go ahead and recruit some more stuff. You know, become more of a menace and whatnot. Still nothing fancy, so a bit of a shame. Yeah, I would like to get another Death Seeker also, if I may. So I'm gonna yoink him. Oh, I yoinked him in the wrong spot. He is at home. We got a Death Seeker at home, guys, okay? We got a Death Seeker at home. Okay, there we go. Now we got him here. Now we got one here. Also, if you guys want to become a unit, technically speaking, this Titan Slayer can be named as well. So this is a commanding unit, so we can change his name too. Just putting it out there. As we go ahead and fight a giant ant. You know, I can stay maybe one more turn. One more turn, maybe almost, but actually maybe best not to. Okay, we found a Temple of El down here. We found his main hub and his little farms. You know what we're gonna do to his farms? You know what I think we should do to his farms? However, I think I don't appreciate those farms. You know? I think we're gonna burn them down. That's right. Yeah, no Temple of El shenanigans for you anymore. Punch him. Punch him real good. There we go. Yeah. Burn those farms, that's what I'm saying, right? I will try to first go on being a unit, happy enough to go to be the red child gremlin and look outside. Fair enough, fair enough. And then we fight an ant. A very large ant, that is. And a very dead one now. Ah. So here you are. Here is that Templar guy. Facing off with my slightly lesser army. I sacked the village because I'm denying you those resources, and I'm getting the coastal hamlet too. Yeah, you got a lot of stuff. You got a lot of stuff going here. Main's the paladin, combat caster, and we got one guy with battlefront, which is not gonna stop him too much, honestly. It's really just mainly the guys on horseback, you know, which are gonna be the annoying part. What I could do is technically give him a regime of mastery, making him just a little more threatening. You know, his free armor, he only attacks once. I could buff him. I could buff the boy. There we go. See, now he has some proper armor on him. So, anyone ready, willing, and able to take on the icy sword that we have over here? I would love to give him some more, like, units and whatnot, but sadly I can't. Partially because I'm poor. so there's that. Yeah, it'll be a glorious battle. The halberdiers will certainly be a problem, the fledglings not so much. The pikeneers will be annoying, but the main threat is really the cavalry there. If we manage to take out the paladin, it'll be just fine. So on to the battle we go. You know, see how we're gonna do there. First though, we bully some flagellants at the Voice of El's home settlement here, and they're gone. And now the proper battle. We're outnumbered. They have a lot of stuff, but the orcish horde never, you know, ran from a battle before now, did it? The stampede shall keep stampeding. There we go. Surround the Templar. Kill him. Good job, everyone. Good job. Raise them shields, warriors! Raise them shields! Come on, don't let those arrows hurt you that much! Now! We lost another warrior. The X-Force are still going strong. Alright, there we go. He's been stunned, briefly. Nice for the coup de grace of our leader there. We're turning it around on them. Just a couple of flagellants and, you know, soldiers. And we just about made it too. Yeah, we got some losses. We got some losses. But they pulled through. They pulled through. If they had anything higher tier, then it'd be pretty bad for me. I take the gems. I like the gems. Yeah, we might need to start licking our wounds in a moment here. We might need to do some of that, actually. Oh, shit, we got another bishop. We got another bishop down there, don't we? Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Well, here's what I'm thinking of that bishop. I'm thinking I'm just gonna sack his village real quick right there. And then I just stand in front of his home menacingly with murderous intent. The bishop, yeah, he is down there. He just took the market down. It would be nice if I could get this as well, but, you know, probably not gonna happen. So we just have a very, very tiny squad of units here. Again, they are somewhat experienced after this battle, but it's still not the world we have. Could be better. What I can do in the meantime, however, is maybe recruit a Spirit Dancer, maybe. Or we save some money, or we just get more axe throwers. That could also work well. Or we get some broods. Because I have a plan for the broods. Since what we can do... Yeah, okay, here's the thing. We're gonna get some broods real quick. We'll just get those in the tower here. And leave it at that. Because the broods can be upgraded, right? So I want to show some of the upgrading we could be doing here. Since we're about to do a bit of a siege, and what better way to handle a siege than get a couple of them broods ready. I know. Besides, they're pretty neat to begin with. We can do the regime of normal mastery, of average mastery here. That's a little useless. We ignore that ability, it's not finished. We ignore that one. It's a little useless, sadly. Yeah, that's when it's not fully done, right? The war camp creation, it's not fully implemented, right? So it's a bit of a whoa. 6 snakes down there. Yeah, we ignore it. We get the money real quick. We get the money. Hey, look, we'll just try it again. We'll just try it again. Regime of average mastery if I had like a little more money. Well, guess that ain't happening still. We can check around the... that's where he is. A ton of flagellants. A ton of flagellants, couple archers, and 1 archbishop. That is not the scariest army, honestly, because he is kind of running on fumes right now as well. We'll fight some of the snakes down there, so we don't have to deal with the snakes anymore. Fairly easy battle. Hey, look at him run. Look at him run. He knows. He knows he can take it. And maybe I'll even be able to merge my armies there, you know? Which would be extra horrible for him. But first, I'm gonna get a regime of mastery again. Because now we can make the gate crushers. Now we're talking, guys. You haven't seen the gate crushers yet. I actually kind of like them. I'm gonna get rid of some spirits. I'm gonna get rid of those. And then we just march down through the snow. Because that's the benefit of having a pure snow orc, like ice orc army. Since they can move well in the cold. Otherwise you'd have a bit of a terrain penalty. Which sucks. Alright. Alright. So that works. So we go back to the tower because I'm gonna show you something. We're gonna make a gate crusher. One of the broods turned into a gate crusher Goliath now. Which, his main thing is crushing gates. Meaning he does a little more damage to, you know, the terrain. So, that's the boy that we're seeing right there. He had especially valuable physical traits, you know. We enhanced it through some cruel yet effective training. Big fella has been created. Now, here's the reason he has 2 abilities. One of them targets structures specifically. The other one targets people specifically. Because before I didn't have the Skull Crusher, meaning he kind of stood there getting bullied by some little goblins because he only had a Gate Crusher. So he has 2 attacks because one of them doesn't work on actual units. It only works on terrain. What a swole lad. That's the idea, right? That's the idea. So we got ourselves a Gate Crusher, hence we like the broods. So the Gate Crusher is gonna be pretty nice to, you know, break down the gates of the enemy, you know? You can see how that's gonna come in handy. He also has 35 HP. So, yeah, as I said, we want to be upgrading the folks here. The good old Orky folks. Okay. Okay. We got a tiny town we can take on. We can take Korumu. We can take that on just fine. And look who's showing up. Look at that. We got an archbishop now. Oh, isn't a bit of a spicy situation, isn't he? Because first, we'll just take the market village here. Because again, it generates a lot of money for us. And then there's this guy. I don't see him being able to do a lot. I'll be real with you. I don't see him being able to do a lot. We also got a gate and whatnot if he wants to come on, and he's gonna get bullied horribly. So if he wants to attack me, that'd be a very, very poor choice of his. And if he doesn't go attack me, he can't make it to his home, so I can catch up to him. I can absolutely catch up to him. Here in the Burgmeister's Folly. And then we have green player. Then we have the green guy showing up. Okay. Getting a little spicier now. And just losing that one village. So he took on this settlement. Losing a lot of HP for his troops. I wonder what he's trying to cook up. As maybe we get another gate crusher. We could have more of these big dudes. Yeah, I think we're getting another gate crusher. So we get another fella. Right up there. So now we have 2 gate crushers instead. Yeah, they woke up. They do some nice sweeping. Love seeing that. And then we just take this on. It's only the weapon master, yeah. It's only one dude. So he's gonna get bullied. If we get the chance to. I'll just wait. I'll see what he's gonna be cooking up. Or will I? He has a couple archers. Could be a little annoying, to be fair. I'll just wait for him. I'll just wait for him to do his next move. Because I'll only get stronger as well. You know? Yeah, just bully these guys and just a weapon master. I don't know what he was cooking. Okay, he did a fatal mistake right now. He left the tower behind, meaning I can yoink that tower. First things first, because that's barely an army he has stationed there. And technically we can get another Titan Slayer. Or just a normal Slayer. Or almost a bunch of Glory Seekers. There's one way we can get the Glory Seekers. There's one way. It's by sacking this village and killing this guy. Because then I can get myself a bunch of little fellas in here. Which, that's some nice quantity we just got, you know? And then we just take on this tower. And we know that the Pope fella isn't too far from here either. It's kind of being pincered right now. Yeah, the Glory Seeker's going in, punching the gate, but it's not like it's gonna stop him too much, you know? And then that one weapon master who just got an axe at his face and died immediately. Oh, look! Honestly, that Archbishop's taking care of most of the things I thought of taking care of for me, you know? It's doing a lot of the things I thought of doing for me already. Again, easy, you know? The units feel very, like they feel very powerful. Well, yeah, that's the idea, right? Like, we're going up against some humans, so yeah, that's the idea. That the humans are gonna get beaten up. But you also gotta think about it. Like, if I lost too many earlier on, like, I would be kind of like assed right now, you know? I'd be in a bit of a precarious situation. Like, I can take this on. Like, they got walls and a bunch of fellas up there, so this guy wouldn't do much with his squad, right? Since that is the idea, right? Like, we have a couple units. You don't recruit many of them. It's not a swarm faction. You want to value the units' lives. So you only recruit a few units. Like, with humans, for example, I'd be recruiting, like, 5 humans. The only thing I can recruit 4 of is Glory Seekers, which are throwaway units, right? Anything else, it's more pricey. It's very pricey, right? So it's not, like, completely unbalanced. I'm not feeling it being unbalanced yet. Okay, let's see. Could get a boy. Could get a boy back there again. Almost. Or we just get a big old smudge of Glory Seekers again. What I could do is... instead of going with that... again, we ignore the war camp. It's not really proper. Get a lesser regime of mastery twice. So we can get these two guys going. And whenever we have action points, we can do some heftier recruiting. Nah, he's still there. He's still waiting there menacingly. So we'll just play the waiting game with him. You know, we'll play the waiting game alongside him. Because, you know, us waiting just means that we can merge those two squads together. And now he has a problem. And now he has a problem, you see. Now this is problematic now. Now yeah, he just walked away. Yeah, I would too. Honestly, I would do the same. Can't even fault the man for doing that. Yeah, no, understandable. Understandable. I'll just yoink this real quick and still chase him down nonetheless. Yeah, no, he knows he has a problem. He understands the fact that he is in a bit of trouble there now. Yeah. And then there's like one saint with another one of those heavenly swords. I don't like those. They are damaging. They are very damaging to us. Since, yeah, fire and ice rock, they don't go along well. What I can do is get a couple axe throwers in there to just hold the ground. He might just get the other tower though. Are you winning, son? We're seeing that. We're seeing that. How you doing, Malix? Welcome. We're just trying out our little orky boys. How are you doing today? Yeah, put some of them to sleep. Glory Seeker seeking that glory nicely here against the Zweihander squad up front, which is a bit of a poor matchup, as you can tell. But yeah, again, the idea is having a couple very elite units instead of having like a big swarm. I mean, you can see like the Glory Seekers, they're definitely going down fairly quickly there, right? And we don't have much in the way of range. Like, really, these two guys are the only ranged units we have so far, outside of the commanders. There's a couple commanders that can do ranged shenanigans. We have conversion? Of course we have conversion. Yeesh. Yikes. Yikes, dude. Yeah, like this guy's about to die as well. Like, we definitely won't be going away scot-free here. Yeah, we're just fighting the church right now, you know how it is. We're just fighting the church here. As one does. As one would. Yes, blessing these guys, just like their whole thing. Like, maybe the reason you'd say it feels powerful going up against these guys is because, again, I'm fighting just normal humans, right? The main thing with the Voice of Hell is getting, you know, either A, the apocalypse started, or, you know, B, getting a ton of blessings on your units so they can, like, you know, put me down with the blessings, so for sure. Look at that Glory Seeker. He had 2 kills and he survived. The only Glory Seeker who did not die. Good on him. Good on the boy. I think it's directly approaching me, honestly. I think it's directly heading for me there. Yeah, we are a little wounded. What we can do is get a Blade Sworn. Because that turns the Glory Seeker... into a, you know, similar thing like the Ice Rock Warrior. So we got a Glory Seeker turning into a Blade Sworn, you see? So he now has a shield, he has a bit of armor, so he's a little tankier now. And he can slash at people with the sword and whatnot. He actually got clothing now, because that's what promotions do to you. You get clothing. And we can also get an Axe Fiend. So one of the brutes turns into an Axe Fiend, again getting a slightly better weapon here. But again, that requires us to have him be still alive after all, you see. And now we take the Saint on again. It's just the sword. The sword is the only thing I worry about. Yeah, they get to wear more than just a loincloth, it's true. Yeah. Ah, there goes the sword. Nice one, boys. There we go. Yeah, the sword was the most menacing thing, because the Saint, he can only do some fisting, which I don't really worry about. My buttocks is protected. He will not even be able to get close to it. Yeah, see? Bonked him. So far, it feels very much within appropriate limits, I'd say. Again, yeah, sure. Strong individual units, but that is the idea. Do I want to recruit anything? Can I recruit anything wacky? Can get another Slayer. Slayers are neat. Could get a bunch of Glory Seekers almost. Yeah. Could almost get a bunch of them here. Yeah, I'm gonna wait maybe. We got a couple potential X fellas. We can focus on doing that maybe. So we can do some rituals because we got all the early rituals. The next one will be the Grandmaster regime. No action points left. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, that now again, they are starting to become a little bit of a menace. And can't really get anything for you down there. So we'll just wait with this turn so far. Yeah. Like, I'm trying to play it very safely myself as well here, right? So I don't wanna lose too much. Still not something I would have liked. Still not quite it, actually. Again, we can get Glory Seekers and turn Glory Seekers into X-Fiends. Sorry, not X-Fiends, Bladesworn. So again, we got those fellas there. Can do again, right? I can do one more. It's also like, technically, for one Bladesworn, you spend $50 to get the Glory Seekers and another 15 and 5 iron to make it a Bladesworn, right? So, you spend money. You spend quite a bit of money. Like, one of them is $65 technically and 5 iron to get one. It's pretty steep. But I'd like to think they're kind of worth it as well. So I kind of have to approach it with like that sort of mentality as well. Right, this seems to be mostly fine up on top. That's safe. I move on. Next turn, thank you. I can't really buy anything. Still no Fume Forger, which I would have liked, but I can deny you this. I forgot to take him with me, huh? I forgot to take those guys with me, didn't I? That's a little awkward. Hey guys, sorry that I forgot to take you into my army. That is a little awkward. Apologies. Sorry. Eto bland, you know? You know how it is. Swordsman? Yeah, I ignore those. Yeah, oopsie, yeah. Yeah, that'd be a bit of a sudden mistake now, wouldn't it? Might as well get another Bladesworn. And we'll get the Glory Seekers nice and dripped out. And then we can get the X-Throwers on the other side here. Which, you know what? We might as well get some more of them. All the guys chucking axes down. Poverty has struck once again. At least we got iron. Alright. The war drums. They're blaring again. As the horde, the stampede, it assembles. You see, we got a bunch of axe-chuggers right there. And we still got enough to make another gate crusher. That is if I had the money for it. So I just moved down. I'm just $2 short right now. Alright. Yeah. Stepped away for a few seconds, Sonny. I have 2 Twitch streams open. How you doing, Abby? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. We're about to start a siege, Abby. We're about to start a siege. They got a bunch of ballistic towers back there. And we got a bunch of big old birdie orcs approaching them. Making another gate crusher. So we got the orcs right here. We got the orcs right there. That's right, Linguini, that's right. Going against the humans. It is nice and misty. Meaning that the ranged units will have a bit of a tougher time hitting me because of the mist. That's what we're hoping for here. That's why I'm attacking them now. Onwards, warriors! Onwards! The ballista is firing, killing a Bladesworn immediately. Also, maybe even killing the X-Fiend right there, because he just got a ballista to the face. Yeah, they got a bit of a burst fire, so they go first. Killing one guy down there, I believe. Hitting the Gate Crusher once as well. Almost hitting this guy. Hitting another Bladesworn. And they go one more time. Yeah, that's why siege equipment's kind of scary there too. They just get to go so many times. And what is it? Burst? Yeah, it's just giant arrow burst right there. Hitting another one. Hitting the Gate Crusher. Okay, when do I get to go? Well, they just kill another guy. Okay, now we move. One Glory Seeker. Look at him. Look at him. Glory to the first one to die. Glory to the first one to fall in battle. Which actually already happened, so... Well, awkward. Awkward, isn't it? This is gonna be a battle. It's gonna give us some heavier losses, probably. Yeah, the Gate Crushers would be nice if they could make it 2 set gates first, you know? The Glory Seeker starting to punch the gate a little. You know, it's just kinda flailing around. Okay, we're gonna go slower. We reached the gates. The Death Seeker with the Glory Seeker, they're starting to crump him. The axe throwers are throwing them beautiful axes, slowly but surely. This guy's starting to damage the wall, little by little. The gate has fallen. It is now opened. The Glory Seeker has found his glory down there. And then we go on in to see the human resistance. We're gonna be faltering very, very quickly now that the gate is gone. The siege equipment being genuinely the scariest part about all of this. Yeah, the axe thrower's getting hit. Some of our boys. He is doing pretty well though. And yeah, just the archers being a bit annoying because they have height advantage now, being on that wall. So yeah, you see sieging wise, yeah. During the first war colorized, yeah, basically, isn't it? We got another one, they got another one of ours. The Gate Crusher Goliaths are approaching. The siege equipment as well. Little by little. Can he? Oh, he can. We got our Goliath fella right there. And 41 damage! You know why? I think it counts as a stone thing, you know? It's down, like it counts as like a building, and they do extra damage against buildings. So he must have either rolled really, really high, or it was due to that, or a mixture of both, maybe even, you know? Okay, okay, they're still resisting on this side, but one of our Gate Crushers made it to it, and 25 damage. It's pretty good. It also has free armor, mind you. Okay, there we go. We've taken it! But it's quite the loss. You see, quite the loss indeed. There we go. We got him. We got him! The voice of Al has been eliminated by Twerk, the Orcish Stampede. No more Pope. No more Pope around here. I took Pope on. Pope is gone. Let's look at the losses. We got a couple... We got our ranged guys. We lost pretty much all the infantry up close. We got one warrior there. You know, the Titan Slayer, more warriors there. Me. One brute who made it, and the Gate Crushers who seem pretty much all alive there, we just got on them. But yeah, it was... Yeah, it was a pretty rough one, as you can tell. With no siege equipment of our own, so there's also like that thing to consider. And yeah, we got the Voice of L's headquarters right there. Now, I can't raise it, because it's a citadel specifically, in case you were curious. That's why I can't raise it. But, I might get a Spirit Dancer again. Get another one of those fellas, you know, improve our magical ability here a little, so we have 2 of them. And then we move on to the desert. The Grand Desert, because we seem to be on the very northwest of the world right now, so we kind of understand that place a little bit, you know, we kind of got a lay of the land here. So we gotta head to the east, for there's 2 more factions. Let's look at the score graphs real quick. So this is me. You see I took quite a dent there, and whoever yellow is doing a little better than me, especially now. Obviously they're doing the worst because they got bullied into submission right there, but yeah, I'm currently doing the worst out of everyone. I don't even know what the other factions are right now as well. I'm not fighting that guy. I'm not fighting the Earth Golem. The Earth Elemental. Yeah, this is a little nasty. It's a bit of a nasty one, you see. Yeah. I would like to get my settlements back in the north, so gotta get rid of some of the neutrals there. Some long dash, surely I can just trample them. No? Oh, interesting. Interesting. Since we got a town down there, well, we can try. I mean, who are you guys? Who are you anyways? Glory Seekers? No. Axe Throwers in case we do get besieged, right? Well, we do have some. We do have some stuff at home. So, like, these guys shouldn't be much of a threat. And then just kind of try and get rid of the towers because they're starting to be a bit annoying. So I'll just get more axe throwers down there. Down at home. And at home! Yeah, now we're just fighting the Scourge. Now we're just fighting the Scourge at this point. Just a couple undead. Alright, yeah, I would like to get this bank as a centipede took our town. A centipede, dude. Could get something in the north. So it's like, we got a bunch of units up here. We can get Armir, the Spirit Dancer there. So, he can technically recruit these fellas and we can, you know, beat up some Humies. Which they do have a crossbow and whatnot. And we mainly have axe throwers. So we'll just wait before we fully attack, before we fully commit. But, yeah, I don't know, it should work pretty well, all things considered. Yeah, I'm heading there anyways, you know, I'm heading there anyways. Yeah, so this is fine so far. We can take on a couple snacks, you know. We can do some of that. Mind you, the Spirit Dancer has absolutely no rituals on him, that's why I don't really even look at that stuff. Oh god, we got Hastur! We got a King in Yellow! We just got a King in Yellow and 3 deer! Right there! Yeah, guys, I'm not fighting the King in Yellow. I'm not fighting him. No. I'm not fighting that guy. I don't mind fighting some. I don't mind fighting the King in Yellow. You see, this is a bit of a problem. Yeah. Royalty like that? Nah. In this economy? Nah, dude. Nah, I'm not touching him. He can have the market village for like her. I'd rather have him have the market village than, you know, kill most of our fellas here. Yeah, Void Magic level 3 can be pretty scary. And if we kill him, he's gonna come back anyways, because he's immortal. So killing him is more like a temporary setback. And let's see how these boys are gonna do in the snow here. One of them died immediately from what I've seen, but the rest is fine. Okay, so gotta be retaking what's rightfully mine. And when I say rightfully, I mean by the right of conquest. So we get some of that cash again, we get some of that. Yeah, the King in Yellow is a bit of a thing. He's a problem. He's a problem is what we call him. Definitely a problem. Okay. Then I move in here and then we might as... What's the eyeball? Floating eye. Oh shit. King Yellow scares me. Yeah, no, that's good. He is scary. He's a scary guy. Eyeball. Who even uses eyeballs? In this economy, you know? Who even does that? What faction? We still get the deaf guy. I think we lost one of the axe throwers there. I lost my eye. just floating around now. We're just fighting some centipedes because they took our neutral villages there. I mean, I can always sack them. If I felt like it, you know, I can always do that. Can you get it for me? I can, yeah, I can. I should be able to. It's just kind of there. So far, at least, you know. So I might just... I found and killed a floating eye. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. Alright, that's good, right? That's good? What we can do for you, get exactly 50. We could not quite get another Spirit Dancer, but we can get more axe chuckers right there. Or impalers, but I have my preference, you know? I got my preference, my bias. My bias is showing, isn't it? What's next, Cthulhu? I mean, technically, if one of them would be the High Cultists, yeah, Cthulhu wouldn't be impossible to be encountered. Actually. This village is looking much more approachable nowadays than it used to back then. I got one of you. Got one brood. We can turn the brood into a ex-fiend. So he has a proper chopper for that wooden gate. Meanwhile, this guy should be just fine. They are stationed back there with the Zweihanders, but it's okay. Yeah, I'll skip his turn for now. Yeah, now we're trying to amass a proper army so we can, you know, deal with some of the stuff in our surroundings. So we'll get this one first, and you just chill once again. So we have another siege. This one's gonna be a little more chill because no siege equipment against us here. So we just got a couple archers, though we still might be taking a couple losses. So don't be fooled. So far we're being pelleted by those arrows from the top, and they also got one alchemist with mirror image on the top. He strengthens and gives people resistance, which really doesn't matter right now. So we're about to crash on the gates. Right there with the gate crashers. So, there's that. The gate crashers are about to crash the gate. Here we go, boys. Here we go. Crush the gate nicely open. Damn right. And we even dealt some damage to the wall. There you go. You're welcome. Alright, there we go. There we go. We're inside of the melee encounter now. Fighting that one horseman seems pretty easy there. Yeah, they're faltering now. We're gonna get gotten here. We lose some guys due to the rain of arrows that we're experiencing, but they're not gonna last for much longer here with the gate crushers approaching them and whatnot. There you go. We'll get some silver armor out of it. Nice. Let's go. So we got some of that. We got some of that. We now own this city. Who has the silver armor though? Who owns it? Do you? Yes. Armor, free HP plus 5, constant mirror images. I want you to give it to one of these, maybe. So now we got... The armor doesn't matter, the HP is nice, shock immunity is cool, and the mirror images will be pretty menacing on that fella. Besides, we can even recruit people here, which is also extra convenient for me. So I can, like, top off some of the guys I might have lost. Again, it's mainly the front line. It's mainly the front line that suffered. So, yeah, the X guys are gone and such. I could do with some Glory Seekers. I could do with some of them. And then we just yonk the mine back here. So it's ours again. And you just chill at home. You just chill. Hang out. Have a good time, I guess, you know. And there goes the settlement. Gotten by a wolf. Wolves are besieging me. Not every day you see that, is it? Get the wolf exterminator squad ready. There's just a couple wolves behind the gates. I mean, what are they gonna do? Bark at me? Well, what are they gonna do? I mean, they're forced to open the gate. The Glory Seekers even punch them nicely here. It's like, yeah, they're gone. They're gone. They just get punted. Just like that. Easy. Bork, bork. Yeah, basically, right? Just barking at me. Now I did see we can get a Beastmaster, but sadly I can't quite afford him. Unless... And you know exactly, you know exactly what I'm gonna be doing here. You give me the least amount of money. I sack the village. I sack it. I sack the settlement there. So I can afford a guy on a giant cat. Or a lot of Glory Seekers, which also wouldn't be quite horrible at this point. Cat or Glory Seekers? Cat or Glory Seekers? What would you guys like to see? Guy on cat or Glory Seekers? Now, a bunch of them, though. Keep it in mind. 8 of them. That's a steal. Yeah. Let's go on and the wolves are after me. Yeah. Basically. What do we say, guys? What do we say? Do we want guys who punch people in the gonads? Or do we want a guy who rides and can be upgraded as well? I think we might be going with the cat, because we didn't see too much of him the last time. So, yeah, I'll just, like, absorb you into the default here. Or even, actually, you know what? I don't actually do that. No, you, sir, you will be heading back home. And you get ambushed. Let me, give you a hand, in case you were to die. So... Oh, you're just finding some flowers. Ah, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. It's just a couple flowers. Like, they wouldn't have done too much. It could have been like 5 million dryads as well. But, just flowers. It's whatever. Okay. So we move this force back down. We'll move you over here. We can get a man catcher almost. Almost, sadly not quite. Yeah, we'll just get the Glory Seekers there. So we get another little squad of them coming down there, probably trying to get to this place here. We'll just try and do some intercepting maybe, you know? Yeah, see? What's going after me. Reckoned that would happen. It should be fine for the most part. I would like to say. Maybe we'll lose one of the Death Seekers here, because he is extremely low. He has -1 HP. And is gone. The only thing keeping him alive was the Berserk state he had. That's the only thing that was keeping that boy alive. Yep. Yeah, that's the thing, right? If you go Berserk, yes, you do get more HP, technically. Yes, not wrong. However, practically speaking, if you're below your health threshold, you still lose the unit. You'll still lose him. So it's not like we really get to keep him. Alright, so what I want to do is reclaim my birthright up on here, you know? So we can get a proper commander instead of the Spirit Dancer, you know, doing his little shimmy up on the top, you know? Get a Beastmaster to take care of that sort of section there. Honestly, I can just bully these guys right there. They shouldn't be too bad. Because we can also be getting another Blade Swarm right now out of the Glory Seeker. Yeah, just a bunch of, like, blind people, effectively, you know? Sure, they can be a little threatening, but at this point we outgrew them. At this point they have been very much outgrown. So, the time to worry is past. And what we can also do here is maybe get a couple more, never mind. 2 bucks short. Maybe the X-Throwers in that case, you know? Keep the Ice Orc army around. Since I imagine he also has like snow move, right? Yeah, he does. So we can move at full speed. Unlike with the Spirit Dancer, right? The little Enchanter boy. The little moral support guy. It would slow us down a bit, you see. Okay, the Glory Seekers approach to find glory. Oh, and glory they are seeking indeed. They also have 1 armor, so it seems like sometimes we just did like shit all for damage. They also have an initiative of 2, so they're not really that quick at punching people. But we got our other boys now in that melee, so it's gonna be glorious indeed. Especially with the funny gate crushers, which this guy has a debilitating wound, which, you know, does suck. And feeble-minded, which is rather fitting actually for that one. You know, that's actually rather fitting there. And then we got him. Easy. Let's go. There we go. There's still a wolf and a moose just menacingly prancing around in the forest, you know. I don't like what they're doing. And what we can do, however, is upgrade some of the Glory Seekers to be the Blade Sworn instead. No action points left. Fair enough. Let's go to someone who does have action points, shall we? I need sacrifices. That's the main thing I need right now. And to get sacrifices, I need a man-catcher. But to get a man-catcher, I need money, and I don't have money right now. So, and we also had a shaman! No, shame. Shaman would have been really cool. Guys, we'll get to see some shaman action eventually. Don't you worry. We'll get to see shaman eventually here, alright? I'll try my best to not be bankrupt whenever that happens. Look, we got shaman again. 87. Fuck. Fuck. Hold on. 87. If I was to sack the city, I could get enough money, you see. But that'd be a waste, no. That'd be a bit of a waste. It would be really cool to have him. If only he would show up the next turn. If only. Decision. Decision. I don't know, just waste his turn. We'll save the money up again. Maybe we'll get lucky and get another shaman, maybe. I don't know, perhaps. The answer is no, but we do get a man-catcher. And we also get the offer for a soul contract with Abaddon. Which, very specific. I think it turns you into a devil if you do that. So, there's that. You know, there's that option. I guess we got ourselves a man catcher in this town here. Technically, he is a leader. He can enslave people, but we'll just keep him in this town for now so we can get sacrifices, because now we get 17, we get 120. The madness must continue! Indeed, Wasp. Indeed. 120, 177, that is almost enough to get the Beastmaster ritual, so he can be a little heavier, a little beefier, if you will. I know? Just a little. I think for now, though, we'll just make our way to one of the last encampments in the sides there and beat up some little dwarves. We'll just do that. Yeah, how are you liking the orcs, Wasps? How are you liking them? Look at the one glory seeker. He's really eager. He really wants to prove himself, you see? He really wants to prove himself right now. I respect it, you know, he knows what he likes. He knows what he wants. Huh? Glory seeker maybe kill? Oh, never mind. He got axed in the face. Never mind then. And he's gone too. I mean, good on him. Good on him, you know what? Good on him. Yeah, good on him, good on him. Good on the boy. For sure. Yeah, there's a village at the bottom being kind of captured right now. We can get a lot of Glory Seekers again. But I think for now we'll just make that one Glory Seeker a Bladesworn so it's nice and unified here. Another silver mine, that could be a lot of money. And we approach these guys, and we should have enough here. No, actually, no, we don't. I will just beat him up in that case. Mind you, the guy on Cat, he cannot sack villages. That's a Titan Slayer exclusive thing, you see? So he can't do that. So yeah, it's just gonna be going in there, beating them up. Lost some HP, but could be worse, I reckon. Could be much worse. Craig, how are you doing? As you run door, it's going, we're orking around. This is the mod I've been making, Craig. Yeah. This is the Orcish Stampede right now. You know, we got ourselves the Bladesworn fellas here. We got the Gate Crusher Goliaths, which are, you know, there to crush gates. And they're like a light siege unit, basically, you know. They just need to get there first, right? That's the issue. And yeah, other than that, going pretty well, honestly. Going pretty alright, How are you doing, Craig? How are you doing? I'm eyeballing that place here, and honestly, I think I should be conquering it. Not I might want to, I should be, so they stop being annoying. Ow. 13 damage arrow really hurt. That hit me like in the pancreas or something. God damn. Dude, he might die. Those archers are kind of cracked. What the fuck? They're kind of cracked, actually. Hold on. Those archers are fucking me up. Wait. Ah, fuck me. Okay, they got the boy. So no rest for the wicked with friends, and now I'm eating some beans. Let's go. Hooray for the beans. Though F for losing that one guy, though. Okay, we lost some Death Seekers. It's all axe throwers now. It's all guys throwing axes now. It's all that remains. Well, there's that one. that didn't go quite according to plan now, did it? At least these guys should be performing way better, since they got higher tier units on them. Yeah. And some with elements yet? Yes, but we couldn't afford them. Shame. I know, shame. Sadly not. At least we still got a man catcher who can still collect sacrifices from the settlements at the very least, right? Yeah, we can't even afford a new one. We can just be getting some guys chucking axes, because you see that? Illusionist and Scourge Lords. Oh god, Scourge Lords. Yeah, that really gave me a bit of a dip there. Meanwhile, the others are raising higher and higher. Who's green? Who's green right now? Hold on. Green is the Illusionist. Lots of ethereal stuff there. Scourge Lord can be annoying. Can be annoying. Yeah. I'm gonna have to beat up a bear. The bears. Shameful display, I know. But at least we got the tower under our control now, at the very least as well. So the Cheddar Tower is mine. Yeah, Scourge Lord, Arthas. Think if Arthas was the Mummy King from the Mummy movie. Think about more like that. Not quite Arthas, though. Basically, he's more about scarabs, giant ants, and snakes, and some giant skeletons. Kel'Thuzad? No, Kel'Thuzad's also not like the Mummy. Imagine like Tomb Kings, you know? Think more Tomb Kings, you know? That's what the Scourge Lord is, but like it's really more like, you know, the Mummy with Brendan Fraser in it. You know, think of it like that. And a bit of JoJo's, you know, you kinda have like that mask, and the mask gets handed down generation by generation, which creates a new Scourge Lord, basically. Like, they just gonna find a mask and then say like, bam, Scourge Lord happened. Can I not get a Beastmaster again? Fuck's sake, dude. Horrible. Horrible RNG. I get some axe throwers in that settlement at least. There is a Sphinx in a village. Sorry, Manticore in a village. Yeah. Angry arm bug people? Honestly, closer. Yeah, honestly, closer. Not quite either, though. Because they do have many people. People. Let's fight a Manticore. Let's fuck up a Manticore and then sack Avoca. Let's sack the town, burn it down. We don't need it. We got all the passive resource gain we need. Now we're gonna be sacking everything ahead of us. So I don't have to bother maintaining the land either. Right, get a Manticore, boys. Get a Manticore. Get him! Chuck all the spears and axes at him as well while we're at it. Ouch. Come on, boys. Come on, fellas. Oh, we stunned him! And it's gone. Yeah, what's the map size? It's medium. It's average. Minus average size. Yeah, I don't want to go too overboard, right? I just want to, like, show it off, try it out and whatnot here as well. So, you know, there's that going on. It's nothing too crazy. Yeah, that's fairly straightforward. Actually, hold on. I did say I will sack the village. So sacking I do. Sacking I shall do then. You get some axe throwers as well up in the north there. Since kinda undefended otherwise. And we know that Hastur is somewhere down here. The king in yellow himself. Let's make some axe throwers down here as well. So it's not like completely unguarded. People will have to work at least a little bit for it. Yeah, at least a little bit of effort is what they have to put into it, you know? Empire attacking Twerk in the mountain stronghold. Uh-oh. At least we got our ballistae. Which, yeah, there you go. Yep, there you go. Okay, we got another Beastmaster. Guys. We're so back. Nob! Nob, my boy! Welcome, Nob! Nob the Beastmaster! At last! We got a Nob. And next turn he might even be able to evolve. He might get his promotion there. I just want to see if there's anything else around the town there. Alright, cool. We got Nob. Yeah, that should be fairly straightforward. The Pikers will be a little annoying to deal with, but otherwise it should be fine. Since Nob can do his ritual here. And become slightly more armored. Look at that's right, see? When the king in yellow is down there, his affiliated with a faction? No, it's just a random king in yellow. So, what a Beastmaster can do is he can tame the Gore class, you know, the thing has been riding on, but the thing is, it has a chance that it might turn against him. So, you know, there's a chance it might fail, the ritual. So, yeah, the Gore claw is a thing we can get. Rico, how you doing? Welcome. Hello. Yeah, so we got the guy riding his Goreclaw, the heavy Nob, the heavy Beastmaster right there, riding on out. That's right. If anyone wants to be a character, by the way, again, do let me know. We got a little redeem for it after all. There we go. We got the Nob, the one and only. We get another man catcher. Not like it'll make much of a difference, anyways. I'll maybe wait to forget a shaman. A shaman would be cool too, or a fume forger. But first, we'll besiege a town with the boys right there. Indeed, we shall. Couple arrows, but you guys have shields. You know how to use shields, right? You know how to use shields, don't ya? Good stuff. Okay. Preparing for dinner, just waiting for it to finish. How are you? Doing well, doing well. We're trying out the mod I'm making for this game here. being orcs. Orcus Stampede! And we're currently sieging one of the towns here. It seems to be going actually pretty well here. There we go, got those boys. And you know what we can do? Since it's just a random little nothing town, you know you want to sack the town. You know you want to sack the town. Oops. Town gone. Oops. Oops, town gone. Town gone. Oopsie. Yeah, not just blue. We had a purple guy, but I think he died. Yeah, we got some green, some greener than others. We got some dark green himbo orcs, you know. We got all the flavors, you know. Twitching lore game, yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh, I spy a farm waiting to be sacked. He keeps coming back, you know. You just can't keep him down. He truly will keep coming back. Ooh, 7 impalers. 7 impalers. Pretty good. 7 impalers. Yeah, I go with the 7 impalers. So we got 7 guys chucking spears very inaccurately now. Let's go! Hell yeah! Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, I've been kind of working on this here, so... Like, the idea is you kind of would, like, commit to one of the paths, preferably. You can try and go tutti frutti, but you'd be managing a lot of resources. Like, with just Beastmaster and the warrior himself, we already have a lot of things to juggle around. So there's certainly that to consider. You know, let's take a supportive caster with us. Everyone is ranged, by the way. Literally every unit here is ranged, except for the heavy Beastmaster right now. It's the only one who's not ranged. We can try and summon a Gorklaw. You guys want to see if I can tame a Gorklaw? No, never mind. Next turn, everyone, okay? Next turn. Real. Next turn for sure. For sure. Yeah, this is kind of a bad spot to be in here, since there's like not much. And a pit. Pit with a worm. Would be a glorious showdown for sure. Okay, let's try it. Tame the Gorklaw. Okay, we got him! We got a Gorklaw. So technically now, we have just a normal Gorklaw right here. Which, you know, just swipe and bite. Similar to the thing that he is riding, just not armored. I was thinking of adding like armored versions of it, but like I like the idea of him, you know. You just have like the not quite Manticore giant lion thing, you know. So they just kind of swipe and eat you, and they have like that quell mane. I like the idea of them. And they do cause fear. They do cause fear, same like he does there. So it can be pretty interesting to see. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Give me some more frontliners here, you know? Because we're gonna be assaulting the Mist Keep back there soon enough. Soon enough, Mist Keep will be assaulted while in the plains down here. We should be saving up money to get our boy to his max level sooner than later here. You know? That'd be good. Yeah, that'd be actually sort of preferred even. We'll just ignore the worm. And I got another farm that I can be sacking very soon. A couple archers, halberdiers. The archers, they got extremely lucky the last time. I'm sure they won't happen again here, right? Alright, boys, here we go! Here we go! Riding the Gorklaws into battle. We got some shield fellas as well as some of the Ice Orc warriors. And a lot of ranged guys. And one caster. One single individual caster. The Gorklaw, honestly, might just die here. Because it already has 15 HP only. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, the gate has immediately fallen. Awesome. Yeah, at least he can take the hit somewhat with his free armor on. Okay, he is moving in. Is like starting to swipe him around. Is getting them, little by little. Some of them are starting to be afraid. About to be running away as we speak here. And... Yeah, and then there's a bunch of projectiles being flung around. Let's go. Nice. No one actually died, I think. I think no one died. I believe so. No one should have died, at least. No one should have died. Alright, cool. Meanwhile, I'm just here sacking a village, you know? That's all I'm doing. Yeah. How's the mod coming along? It's coming along. Doing well. We're just, you know, being a bunch of orcs, you know, doing orky things right now, trying to amass enough of a force right now to not have to worry about some people. Speaking of worrying about people, let me get some... Ooh, impalers. 7 impalers would be kind of worth it actually up there. Since they can just keep chugging them spears out. They're a pretty good buffer if nothing else. But yeah, I know. Coming along well. How's Victorio? How did that go today? Hope all went well. Okay, yeah, I just move up to this one forest, get some more herbs for my herbalist fella. There's a lot of deer in this forest. This is, again, he needs them herbs to do his rituals, including life sacrifices to tame his beasts, right? That's the idea there. So he uses herbs to, like, sedate them. Think like Ark. Like in Ark, you got, like, your berries, you know, use them to, you know, knock out the animal, and then you feed it. That's just kind of like the idea with him. That's why he uses both herbs and sacrifices for his thing. Partially also to not bloat the resources further than it already is. So that's like that, you know, in terms of the idea you see. Now, I want to be getting those towns down there, those little villages, and I spy something I can just burn down. And I love burning down villages. It's kind of a hobby of mine. Yeah, you need 600 herbs. A lot of herbs, really, to even go for the level up, so we'll just kind of keep an eye on it for now. For the time being. We'll just save the money up as well, so we can, you know, become beefier. We got plenty of iron, though. Iron we got plenty of. So we go this and this hamlet. However, the hamlet we sack. We'll burn it down. Then I can do the regime of Grand Mastery here. I can do some of that. Alright, and you just gonna go over the mountains and we can take on the guys in the mine. Yeah, we got enough money to do the regime of Grand Mastery here, so it's gonna be a very, very pricey investment there if you think about. But might just be worth it, since I shall become the Titan Slayer Conqueror now. We got a cheeky helmet for it as well. And now we can create siege breakers. As you see, way more iron that we need here. It turns the brutes into a siege breaker Goliath. And they're slow now. They're very much slow, but they're tanky. Oh, they're tanky. So, you know, basically we're turning... I'm gonna show you in a moment here. Can I get another one? No. I like the siege breakers. I'm very biased, but I like them. Weep, how you doing? Welcome. I know ability of these blue-blooded orcs of yours, rather than the Warhammer greenskins. It's funny how they became a default orc color in many places. Yeah, I know, right? So, I mean, we got green, we got blue, we got purple even. So basically, you have a brute that you recruit. You level the brute up into the Goliath here, the Gate Crusher. And you can level this guy up into the Siege Breaker Goliath, doing far more damage as well, and being much, much tankier. Much tankier, and I like the sprite. I'm just saying, I like him. And, yeah, Siege Breakers, ahoy! Meanwhile, these guys, they're just gonna be existing for now. We also have Grey Orcs, and technically we got Red Orcs as well. But you will only see those with the Warlock. You will see the other Orcs with the Warlock instead. But there is some, and I think the settlement is under attack by pigs, if I'm not mistaken there. Yeah, no, a bear. One bear. The man catcher's going out. Let the bear come to you instead. Why would you approach the bear? Why would you do that? No! No, don't approach the bear! No! No, my guy, why would you do that? Why would you do that? No! Why would you do that? Just... You had a gate! You had a gate! Just sit behind the gate, bro! Dying of heat at 8 AM? I'm sorry that you gotta deal with the heat, man. But, hopefully, you know... Well, I mean, I imagine it's only gonna get warmer, isn't it? Well, hopefully you got some lots of water around you so you can at least hydrate. Hope you're doing well otherwise, though. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Gab, how you doing? Welcome. Victoria went well. Get some city block type plans figured out and converting the world into concrete. Ah, it's one dance. It's one dance. Classic creep. Like Zerk creep, I mean, not calling you a creep. Yeah. Also, if you guys want to become an orcish warrior, let me know. We can rename some of them after all. It's called energy drink that will ruin my sleep. Luckily, I don't sleep. Ah, well, at least there's that, right? Speaking of heat, a heat wave has struck the land and the forest fires have started everywhere. How topical. Has anybody awakened D-God? Who's D-God? The one. You know what I might awaken? I want to awaken my Sack-townness, so I will burn down the city of Koromu. Because I have no use for it. And I will make another siege breaker. Another heavy infantry boy. There we go. Because you might have noticed another thing. Oh, he doesn't have it actually. Oh, he actually doesn't have it right now. There's... Okay. You love it. You love it once you see it. But we'll need to unlock it first. Yeah, okay. You'll like it. You'll like it. Trust. It's a good one. It's a good one. I brought it with me. Eyes. PSX, we got D-God. Is Hastur still down here? Fucking Hastur. Just still sitting down there. The king in yellow being such a little bitch right now. I just want to burn down the market village at this point. Well, maybe do you think Hastur is doing some like crazy trading down there? You reckon? Yeah, no, I just don't like the whole void magic thing. He can be very scary. Now, we can also be very scary, but he can also be very scary. Yeah, because he just goes back to the void if he does and just respawns there. Fucking Hastur, man. Fucking king in yellow. This is why I can have nice things. Ooh, hold on. Hold on. This is actually kind of good. Hold on. You know, hugging king in yellow will disappear. I don't... I could. But it'd be one dangerous hug. Fungus here. Huh. Alright, we're gonna go with the regime of Grand Mastery again. We can now raise the capital. If we find the capital, we can raise it. And we can also do the Ascent of the Godslayer, which is the thing I was kind of looking for. So the Godslayer would be like the ultimate unit here, right? You can turn the Titan Slayer into a Godslayer. You just need 600 money. Now, if you do the math, if you were to raise a capital, technically speaking, you know? Technically speaking. So it's once again a choice, right? Would you rather wait and maybe get more resources, or you're just gonna go in, raise the entire capital, which gives you a lot of stuff, so you can get some crazy short-term gain, you know? I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. You know? This will be hanging, eldritching around. Yeah, he is. He really is eldritching around the place. I can't just burn down the village too, you know? Maybe I'm just feeling a little, evil. Just burn it down. Burn it down as well. Yeah, that's how you know orcs are in the area. Bunch of burnt down villages, you know? That's how you know they're probably in the vicinity somewhere. Well, more than likely. And... ooh, hold on. Hold on, we got another village up there. It's also good to get a bit of a lay of the land here. Can we get anyone here? Not yet. So we'll just get some axe throwers there. And maybe just reinforce the other places little by little so it's not like completely undefended. Yeah, we'll just get some warriors there, why not? Axe throwers here also. Sure. You know what? Sure. Axe throwers here. This one should be fine. And axe throwers at home. So everybody has a couple axe throwers now. You know, so hey, we got a home at least being protected, you know. They will have to fight if they want to get any of our bases. They will have to fight for it. Also, there's some bloody mushrooms in the way. And zombies and ghosts and then some. See, the undead are gonna be a bit more of a problem for us, but we do have one spellcaster, so maybe we can take that one ghost on. Maybe. It's a lot of undead here. I'll give them that much, it's a lot of them. Surely we can take on one ghost, right? Surely. Yeah, see? It's like casting self-awareness on him. Yeah, we miss all our attacks, not dealing any damage to the ghost. I think what happened is that the ghost is now panicking. The ghost... I made the ghost afraid of me. Now that's some gaming. The ghost is running away from him because the ghost got scared. There you go. Now there you go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Yeah, mental warfare works on the spirits as well. Little did you know, huh? Little did you know. Ghosts don't like being psychologically warfared either. Making them run. I briefly made him think that he is still alive. Hence him running. How much do I need again? 600. Yeah, we're not quite there. We need to gather more herbs. Look at that little guy, the swamp monster. He has a bite. Is it venomous? No. Oh, well, in that case, it's actually pretty easy to take on. Sure, I can take the iron bog next turn. There you go. I spooked the spook. Spook the spooker. I think that's the only way to go ghosts psychologically. I mean, you can technically get magical equipment in this game, right? Which will definitely mess them up. The thing is, they're considered to be ethereal, right? So they dodge 75% of your attacks. But if you have magical stuff, you ignore ethereal, right? So we don't really have people who are equipped with magical weapons in this army, except for the Orcish warrior, because he has a funny ice axe. That's about it, right? Everyone else is mundane. So that's one thing with the icy orcs too. They can be like in answer to stuff like that, but again, there's not that many of them. Yeah, there's a worm right there. There's a ghoul in the forest. Ghoul's Forest, anyone? Ghoul's Forest, you know that game? Yeah, 3 ghouls. Ghouls have the nasty habit of turning people they kill into other ghouls and diseasing them. So they have disease. What we do is avoid anyone who can spread disease in this game. Once you catch a disease, your hero might just die from disease. It's really bad. It's really bad and it's awful and it sucks. What I can do though is get a wolf tribe shaman up there. I can do that. Uh-huh. Yeah, sugar mail on the map. Yeah, there's a couple of those mushrooms. Oh, here we go. You've awoken something within me. Phase, Spider, and Stonehenge. Just Stonehenge down there, you know? Yeah. Now I do see that this is taking... Oh, look! We got Baymire, the port of Baymire up there. Let me just approach it first, yeah? Phase spiders can be annoying, as always, right? But, if you get them, they should be fine. They have wall climbing, stealth, and they can displace people. They can be a little annoying, especially with the whole poison thing. Tootsie! How you doing? Welcome, Toot! How goes it? Welcome, just in time to see some of the orcs in action here, you know? This one guy said he has mega poison, so I don't think he'll be surviving that. But yeah, we got our orcs right now here. How goes it? How goes it? What are we up to? I'll give you a shout out any moment now. Let me just advance the battle here. As some of the orcs die to the poison. There we go. Ellie, how you doing? How is everyone? Kura, welcome. Snoop, welcome as well. Let me give you a little bit of a shouty-outy. Yeah. How are ya? Okay, there we go. There we go. Black Future. For a moment I read Back to the Future. For a moment I read that. Yeah, how goes it? Yeah. How was that game? What is it about? I can't say I'm familiar with it. See, we've been kind of struggling today. Earlier, we had a stream where we played Half Sword, but the FPS did not allow us to play further because it crashed OBS. Hence the stream being short comparatively. We tried playing Macborn, a little indie game, but it kind of suffered from the same issue of crashing OBS. So we're just playing Conquest of Elysium 5 now. You know? So we're just doing that now. We got a ziggurat. No wonder the King in Yellow is around here. No wonder. One of so many times that I wish I went back to the future, yeah? Yeah, no, this game is amazing, honestly. I can recommend it. So, Heroes of Might and Magic, anyone? You basically have your building, you have your main house, right? Your main area. You can recruit units there. you can recruit one guy per turn, per capital, right? So we have all of these places where we can recruit people, but only one per, unless it's a green text, because that's mercenaries, so they're additional. And you walk around capturing nodes like villages, forests, or mines, and then some, so you can get different resources. So we got forests to get herbs for the Beastmaster, we got mines for the iron, we got gold for pretty much everything, and sacrifices for the Beastmaster, but sadly we can't gather them because the guy gathering sacrifices got eaten by a bear. So there's that. Dominion 6 next. We played Dominion 5, we played that. But yeah, right now we're doing a little bit of a mod showcase here that we got for the orcs that I'm working on. And the idea is basically you get few units, but you know, strong. You want to upgrade them using the rituals and whatnot. And yeah, it's getting there. It's a fun time. Does look like Dominions. It's made by the same guys. It's made by the same guys who did make Dominions. Just a little more Heroes of Might and Magic-y. I don't think I want to fight them. keep your cigarette. Keep your cigarette as I advance to the jungle. Yeah, I'm fine. yeah. So Dominions isn't too far. It says, it's your mod. Did you make it yourself? Damn right I did. Damn right I made it myself. I made my mod with my own little grippers. We could take them on. Lots of archers. Or we just warm up on overrunning bandits and still take them on. Yeah. So, like, the faction I'm playing as is the one I made. Right, so we got a little custom sprite works and then some, you know. So there's that. A lot of things. I want to try it out during a game night on Sunday. Sunday we'll be doing Conquest of ELYSIUM 5. Have a cheeky little game night for that. And yeah, you know, maybe we can play as the orcs then. Maybe we'll just play the game normally. Who knows? Since the idea is you have like the different paths. Fucking us to it again. You get the different paths right here, which is basically you can go the warrior path with this guy. You can go the Beastmaster path with this fella. We also got shamans, though not currently here. I can recruit one. I can recruit a shaman. And a man catcher. So we got a shaman. Shamans, I love shamans. You know? The king in yellow, the one and only. So he kinda sucks because he can only dehydrate you and grip you by the earth, which allows for bonus damage, but shamans are pretty neat, I like them. They play like the warlocks in this game. And then there's the man catcher who is here for the sacrifices mainly. So the, you know, Gobrusius is just gonna be standing there. The shamans, if you look at the top middle, suddenly we got rubies, sapphires, diamonds, and emeralds as a resource. Since the shaman, he can't do too much except for evolve a little. So we got different rituals: Shaman of Flame, Waves, Gales, Depths, or the Elements. So basically pick an element, or you go to the fruity flavor. So Flame Shaman, you basically, you know, you try and test your bond with the spirits of the elements. You drink lava. If you don't die, you become a fire shaman, for example, right? That's the lore behind that. Waves, you go drink some brine from the depths of the ocean. Gales, you go to the mountaintops and try not to freeze to fucking death. The depths, as you go to the underground area, like the Agartha is what it's called. It's like the Underdark in D&D. And, you know, try to navigate to a place called the Womb. Which is actually a thing in this game. Or you go to the Fruity Shaman, which you stick with elementalism, you don't specialize. But you can be pretty strong through that as well. So you have either strong caster or strong summons. Or varied summons. The Tutti Frutti flavor shaman can also be pretty good, actually. With the summons, since he has, like, elementals, which are basically... either... Like, there are usually a combination of elements, right? So fire and water, water and air, stuff like that, right? They're usually a combination of various elementals. So yeah, there's just like that thing going on. But yeah, lean back, enjoy the show, I don't know, have some fun with Conquest of ELYSIUM. We'll be probably going for a hard minute here. I will still be avoiding the ghouls, mind you. I'm not fucking with them. And yeah, we're all storm, earth, and fire. Yeah, that's the idea. That's actually the idea. Like you say, but it's actually the idea there. Not gonna lie. Get some extras. But yeah. I'm having a good time with my own mod. So I think that's very promising. Since again, you want to recruit units and upgrade them. So Glory Seekers die easily, but if they survive, you can turn into a Blade Storm, and then even better. You can have Brutes that turn into the Siegebreaker Goliath, and then turn into the Gatecrusher Goliath, and then the Siegebreaker here. Or, you know, you can make them more into like sweep attacks, being like the X-Fiend and then some. You can upgrade the units basically in different ways. That's like the idea, the core concept of this faction, right? And like you said, right? But technically, I could make the mod as well for like Conquest, not Conquest, for Dominions. And here's the King in Yellow, by the way. Hi. What can you do? Mind Vortex, Floating Cats, Lesser Horror, Mental Overload. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, now it's gonna kill us. Yeah, it's gonna murder us real good now because it keeps summoning as well like a little bitch. You know? yeah. Nah, and that's over there. It's over there. Yeah, this is gone. This is a gone place now. Luckily, I didn't really need it too much. But I will vent my frustration out on those people of this little village here as I sack their village. That's what they get for being there. That's what they get. That's what they get, you know? And yeah, we want to be getting some gems. I want to show you guys the Fireboy, if possible. If possible, I'll show you the fire one. Let me get this village back. That'd be kind of neat. There's a lot of undead here. Partially due to the graveyard nearby. So close, yeah, almost halfway, right? A little further than halfway, but still. I'm sure you'll get it one of these days, Tootsie, don't worry. I really don't want to fight the ghouls, trust me. The amount of I don't want to fight them is so high. Like, if they take the village, so be it. I just really don't want to bother with the ghouls. So we're gonna probably give somebody, like, super aids and, you know, have them die that way. Even fighting ghosts can be kind of nasty, since they can make you go insane. Meaning you can't really control your hero for a bit. Yeah, there's a lot of undead up there. Yeah, ghosts and ghouls are a little annoying. A little annoying to go up against sometimes. Yeah, we can take that back. Yeah, I'm just not spending. I'm specifically not spending much because I want to save for the big one. You know, for the big spender there. 600 gold is what we need for it though. So it's gonna take a hot second. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I do like the game quite a bit. And again, all of this happened because, and I got the sad news of, you know, orcs aren't in this game. You gotta make them yourself if you want them. And I'm like, okay, bet. Here's my hope. The ghouls die before they do any damage to me. And give me, like, super diseases. Ah, well. His diseased. His disease is over. He has a disease now. Yeah, it's so over for him. He even lost an eye. Oh, man. Well, there goes the Beastmaster. Probably after a couple turns, he's probably just gonna crumble and die. Probably. Beast Rider, yeah, not for long though. Not for long, I'm afraid. We'll make the most out of him while we can. Oh, bridge and a coastal hamlet just begging to be sacked right now. Since that's a little thing I just kinda like made there as well, so you can like sack villages with that Titan Slayer guy. Basically allowing you to not get passive income, but get like a lot of income immediately in a way, so you kinda have to, you know, maybe try and balance those out, hopefully. You know, Death Knight, sure. No, it's just gonna turn to death, you know, it's just gonna be death. Death isn't, he's gonna die, probably. I mean, let's see. Yeah, he just loses HP every turn. The disease unit has lowered strength and will take damage every month until it dies. Regenerating units do not take monthly damage, but have their regeneration power halved instead. And yeah, he only has 7 HP, so he is, as we say, kinda cooked. He is kinda cooked right now, which is a bit of a shame. I wanted to show off what he turns into eventually, you know? It's a bit of a shame, but, you know, ghouls be like that. Yeah, ghouls can be very, very annoying like that. I'm being attacked by a bunch of moose. And for some reason my ranged guys decide to go down the stairs and abandon the ranged advantage they had over the moose. And going into melee combat with a moose, which also isn't a good idea, because they have trample. Why are you guys doing that? Why are you like this? Why are the moose attacking my village? Because moose are evil. They're just pure evil in this game. Aren't mine. Yoink. Hey, there's more sapphires for me. I mean, let's look at him. He only has 6 HP now. Yeah, it's just gonna lose 1 HP per turn if I have to had to take a guess. Now, the only other way to go around this is if we were to get another Beast Boy somewhere around here. Since I imagine even if we were to level him up, right, if we were to separate him from the rest, I think it'd be kinda over. I don't think we can cure him of having a disease by giving him a bit of a promotion, you know? Hey, you're promoted! Don't die now! That's why I ended up like a new Spirit Dancer. Yeah, nothing that I really care about. What we can also do is the Ascent of the Godslayer now. Ah. That's not right. Interesting. Scam. Scam. Well, imagine this guy being kinda cool now. Imagine him being way cooler than he is right now. Something went wrong in the script there. Something clearly went wrong there. Not meant to go this way. But we found the Illusionist. We found his place now. Look at that. The Illusionist's area. Homeboy. We can, however, try and get him the promotion, I suppose. Because then he turns into a Beastmaster Khan, right? So, you see the armor changes again a little bit, and then we got Return of the Dragon Khan, where, yes, he will ride a dragon. Sadly, he's still diseased. We just bought him some time. He's still gonna die, just slower now. Hell yeah, awesome. But yeah, he basically looks a little different now, so he has beefier armor on him, for example, here. As you can see, the weapons are still the same, just slightly better. And yeah, I know we got a big fella, and he causes more fear now. So that's what the Khan would look like. And with these guys, we're just sort of still waiting, you know. Just beat up some more ghosts while we're at it, you know. But yeah, that's what the beefy Beastmaster would look like eventually, right? So we got a bunch of chainmail and then some. So we're just gonna wail on him, you know, turn the undead just pure dead. And then we got a spider village right here, which they are poisoning my big fellas, but it should be okay. We have seen nothing about the engineers here, by the way, or the warlocks either. The warlocks have some pretty wacky stuff as well going on in this mod. 19 units, a bunch of little guys, and a guy who breathes fire at me, which I do not appreciate. Pyromancer kobolds versus a bunch of ice orcs? Yeah, you can do the math. It's probably not gonna go too well. It's not gonna go too well. And then these guys have a bunch of crossbowmen here, which is the real concern. But, yeah, we'll see what we can do there. We'll see what we can do. And, yeah, you're still, like, charging up your rubies. Since we only get 1 per turn. So far. For the time being, I reckon. I know it doesn't count since I already did that lotto earlier, but I like to gamble. Nah, that's okay. No hate, no hate. Don't worry. Alright. That's fine. That's fine. Just a bunch of little crustaceans. And, you know, the king in yellow. Just a little frustrating, that guy. Have we dealt with most of the undead? Yes and no, there's still 3 ghouls, and we already have somebody who is diseased, so, you know, might as well. Yeah, I think we'll just sort of fortify the position of this place here for no real reason whatsoever. Not like there's a King in Yellow with an Ice Orc Warrior that he mind-controlled now. Not like there's that thing going on. Yeah, I want you manning the ramparts right now. And maybe get a gem deposit back. That'd be kinda neat. It'd be kinda nice to have back. Just saying. Would be kinda nice. Must construct additional elder signs, yeah. Man. Fucking King in Yellow, I swear. Always the same with him. I see some smoke up there. Let's sack the village. Yoink that real quick. Trying to do a bunch of house ruins there. And you take care of those guys, and... yeah, so obviously it's kind of beelining for this place, right? I'll get you a spirit dancer also, and maybe a couple impalers just in case. So we're like definitely fortifying this spot here a little bit, but it's not gonna do too much against the Eldritch thing here, you know? Which besides, I think he heals pretty quickly as it is. So you know, there's that thing. Can't quite get a Slayer. Alright. Let's see. Let's see. The goal should be easy peasy. I mean, it's already diseased, so who cares, right? It's already happened. It already happened there. Okay, he's like teasing me a little. He's teasing now. Cheeky little King in Yellow, you know? Being a tease like that, huh? So what I would like you to do is like deal with the long dead, because then I'm pretty sure we dealt with all of the undead to begin with here. Since we got the graveyard under control. Sophatic the man catcher. Oh, not yet, not yet. More axes to throw. Alright, hear me out. What if we just chuck even more axes at the Eldritch being? Surely that'll get him eventually, no? Surely. Surely if we chuck enough weapons at the problem, it's gonna go away eventually, right? Surely it will. I hope. I hope. Okay, so they're just wandering around back there, which is just fine for me. Let's look at the score graph real quick. Okay, I'm still the underdog. I'm still doing the least good. Meanwhile, Illusionist kind of like living the good life, apparently. What the fuck is that thing? Large, unearthly mirror and 2 crossbowmen. What the fuck is wrong with that mirror? Release Phantasm. This enhanced mirror holds up to 20 images of otherworldly beings such as angels, devils, and horrors. These images are slow to materials, and the mirror rarely releases all its captured images. Only one being may appear and the mirror activates, and 2 out of the 3 activation will not summon anything. Right. So we got potentially Satan inside of a mirror. Of course. Of course. Why, yes, that makes perfect sense. Why, of course. Hey, Hastur. How you doing, Hastur? Yeah, Hastur. You're just slightly annoying, you know? I'm gonna do a little thing. I'm gonna get that man catcher up here with his 2 little orc boys. And move him over there so we can capture this thing. And get the oasis back, and then maybe you can make it to the gem deposit unless Hastur has some other ideas, of course, right? We'll see. We'll see about how he feels in a moment here, you know? Okay, he's moving up. He's a little mindless, you see. He's just doing his own thing. I fight the creepy-looking mirror. Yeah, I'm gonna go and beat up a mirror now. Meanwhile, we'll just continue bolstering the defense in this place down here. We could get another Spirit Dancer almost, but what if we get more Impalers, you know? They have a bit more range, and the wall is nicely manned now. As for gambling on my sanity, sure is, yeah. Ah, yeah, right, shit, that's a problem. Shit, yeah, that's a problem. Oh yeah, the crater fell right on top of the other gem deposit we had, I just noticed. I see, I see. You just do a sentry here. I just want you to wait there for the time being. Now, what's that wacky mirror about? Uh-huh. Look, I just want to smash that mirror, I'll be real with you, alright? Uh-huh. Meanwhile, we got the Mirror Image Titan Slayer Conqueror down there. Beautiful boy. Okay, what did you summon? A Greater Devil Illusion. Get him, boys. Get that illusion. Might not... Okay. Well, that wasn't hard. Well, that wasn't difficult. I'm gonna smash that mirror real good. I'm gonna smash the mirror real good now. And it's gone. No more mirror. I smash it. Mirror gone. Mirror gone. Mirror no more. Easy. Tiger taking the jungle on. Okay, it's going up there. Interesting, interesting. I mean, I can deal with it. I can deal with that, actually. We got a little settlement here that we can just burn down again. Sack the village. Alright. Go down there. We can maybe get some more herbs from that thing. Which means the Scourge Lord should be somewhere around down here, no? Yeah, I'm honestly fine with him getting the towers. They're not really that useful to me. If I get a chance to bolster the defenses down here like a mad lad, I just might do that. I just might do that. Get some impalers up here as well, hopefully making them not leave town when they get attacked by melee enemies again, you know? Because that's rather silly, you know? Okay, Hastur's going back and forth. His ping-ponging a little bit. As I encounter an Elefante. Well, that's my turn. Okay, we got a bit of a cheeky village down there. Okay, we take that, we take that. Toot toot! Indeed, I know he's just drive-bying me. Do you think he will attack if Griffin is just trying to intimidate me? Get more X-Throwers. We get all the ranged orcs right now we can afford with normal money, you know? We get all of the ranged boys. If nothing else, Hastur, he will have to fight a bunch of projectiles, if nothing else. And hopefully they'll inconvenience him enough, so I'll be fine. He's taking the Oasis. Okay, well. So much for that. Hastur just took the Oasis. He, I guess he wanted to have a nice bit of water in the middle of the desert? Maybe? Ah, shit. I don't know, maybe. Here, you can drop off your other orcs, the other X-Throwers, so you'll be basically soloing there. Just one man catcher walking around the place as one would. I mean, Hastur might just get stuck and not even give a shit about me, you know. There's a good chance of that happening. Sack Village, Siegebreaker create... Huh? Hello, where am I? So we got, what, 3 Siegebreakers now? Awesome. It's just like I would kind of need to get to a settlement now, somewhere I can recruit things, you know? That's just sort of a thing I might need to. I might need to be getting here. And there's a moose looking at me with menacing intent. I'm just saying that moose has no good intentions right there. Absolutely. Same move that elephant, you know, I don't trust elephants too much, you know, they got like evil thoughts. Horribly evil. Okay, so that's fine. Yeah, we'll be sending him up to the north so we can recapture some of the stuff that's been lost up there. Another salmon, actually. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. We can get another Shemane back here. In the snow zone. So that's good. Since we really want to be getting these gems. Though we got plenty of diamonds and plenty of sapphires as well. So technically speaking, we could start transforming our shamans into something different now. Little by little, you see. Little by little. Yeah, there's just probably nothing down there. Bit of a waste of time. Not this guy, but this guy. I think we can make you a shaman of the gale. There you go. And now that little fella is riding on top of a cloud. And he just cute. And the gale speaker just kinda cute now, huh? Yeah, storm magic. Storm magic available. And he can fly. But, somehow the rituals went wrong there, so, something I'll have to look at, of course, right? He should have some. Should have some ritual. Probably like a numbering error or something. It's an easy fix. You know, it's good that we learn of those things right now as well, right? So it helps me with making the mod as well. Absolutely. Yeah, so we know about the illusionist and his illusionary friends. Yeah, we can go here. Maybe grab another village. Yeah, this is mostly fine. These guys might meet one another soon, actually. There's another crater. Putting that one out. There do be another crater, after all. Alright, I don't know where Hastur is exactly. But all I can tell you is I can get another spirit caller. And, more javelin people down in this settlement. So let me just absorb everything here, you know, just to make sure, and just sentry wolf them. A lot of ranged guys right now, for sure. And I don't want him to get close to me either, you know. Like this is the anti-Hastur defense force right there. You see, we're just ready to clap some eldritch cheeks, you know. We're preparing for that. I mean, my usual opinion is we burn them down, you know, but maybe we'll just keep it this one time. Hey, we found that city! And a lot of people around that city. Not a fan. Yeah, the disease is really harming him quite a lot. And we can, like, beat up these guys. And you'll just... technically, hold on. Ambushed. Oof. Uh-oh. A little bit of an ambusheroonie. Yeah, we can get some more passive income down there, so that'll be fine. Good. Good. I was looking fresh today! Me! How you doing, Lee? How you doing? How is it going? We're playing Conquest of ELYSIUM. It's a little strategy game, and I'm making a mod for it. So we have a bunch of little orcs. Aber wie geht's? Hallo, hallo. Hope all is well. There you go, there you go. How you doing, though? How you doing? How's Cult of the Lamp treating you? Yeah. Ever heard of Heavenese? I can't say I did. What is it? It's just gonna be like, Heavenese nuts! Meteor crashed. Oh, Heavenese day. I see. Okay, well, not find it then. Whoops. No, I can't say I did. Guys, a meteorite fell right on top of a village. A meteorite fell right on top of a village. Wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that feels kind of lucky. Plague Hill, Haunted City Plague Hill. Well, it's mine now, and I cannot destroy it. I cannot destroy Plague Hill, and I cannot even recruit within Plague Hill. That's a shame too. Yeah, I tried. Yeah. Hey, Parasitoid, how are you doing today? Hope all is well. Welcome. I'm looking for any remnants of my enemy and maybe a place where I might be able to recruit some stuff. Meanwhile, the man catcher's gonna get eaten by a bunch of spiders. I don't think it's gonna... Wait! Unless... No, he's so dead. He is so cooked. Yeah, he got like mega poisoned now. Yeah, it's over. It's over for him. Well, phase spiders. It happens. Alrighty. Well, we might be wanting to get rid of those ants and whatnot. But the more going I see. Not quite fully done though, but it's good to test it out right now. So, for example, the air shaman somehow managed to get his rituals boggled up. So he doesn't have them, sadly. So I gotta look into that. Why that is the case. But, also a meteorite fell right on top of a town. so there's that. There was that happening. But yeah, it's going right now, sus. It's going. And yeah, we're just doing a bit of a match here, you know. Gonna get custom names going? Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. But yeah, I can show you around. So we dealt with the voice of L fairly early on here. So we got all of these fellas. We currently have Beastmasters and the Titan Slayers mainly around. They're my main boys. And Hastur is somewhere around here because there's a funky little ziggurat around the corner, you see. So there's a Hastur somewhere around here. So I've been kind of like mustering a bit of an orcish force down there to just chuck all sorts of like spears and axes at him, and maybe the occasional poison dagger, you know? Yeah, loves his long walk on the beach, sure does. Yeah, he sure does love him. I can get another Titan Slayer, or Titan Slayer as one would call him even. Yeah, I'm gonna get another Titan Slayer. Alright. Yeah, we'll just plop him up on that side. Then we get some warriors. With some of them warriors, so we can get a bit of a, you know, security force on the gate itself, you know. Because again, I just don't really trust them whatsoever. And yeah, you just walk around with a handful of axe throwers, you know. I found Hastur. I walk away. I found him, or rather he found me. I don't know, we found each other maybe. Maybe it's just misunderstood, you know. Maybe it's just misunderstood. But yeah, also we got a Beastmaster Khan, but he has a disease because of a funky ghoul, so he's gonna die the next turn of this battle even. He was a good lad. He was a good lad, you know? Yeah. I looked at him, he looked at me, we looked at each other, and there goes the Khan. Gone, strolling to the winds. Yeah, just defeated. Gone, donezo. Ah well. It was nice having him while it lasted. I would have loved to solve the dragon though. That's like his final evolution. Let's keep walking around here. Sus, I wanna have an opinion on something. I'll show you in a moment. I might need to tweak the values slightly. But so I made it so you can sack villages. So if you play as an orc, you know, you basically see this here. I destroyed this town. I destroyed this village. I destroyed this one, and well, you know, meat's rightful on that one. That's unrelated. But yeah. So we got those things going on. Now, basically, you get some instant cash and sacrifices from sacking a village, right? You kidnap people and get their valuables, and maybe some iron. But you know, obviously, you destroy those things, and you know it's an interesting thing that's going on. Yeah. Didov, how you doing? How is still alive? What? What are you going on about? Yeah. One of the most aggravating mechanics. Yes it is. Yes it is, 100%. I want to make it so, like, you know, either you can get some instant funds, you know, or you know, just keep it, or you can just do some denial. It is definitely aggravating for sure. But it's a mechanic. But it's a mechanic. I have no idea what you're on about, buddy. I have no clue what you're on about. Yeah, so I can move you, and I moved you already, so we just do jobs then. Fighting some funny spirits down here. There we go. Goes to domain expansion, right? Alright, and yeah, Hastur just doing his nice little walk on the beach there, you know? They're doing a nice little walk there.
Something you're doing?
Work! Alright, yeah, basically you can raise the capital. It gives you 500 bucks, right? Because it's the capital you'll be losing, but it's also... I mean, I'd like to think it makes sense, right? I think it makes sense. Since you're giving up the capital, but I might tweak it by a couple hundred, you know? Yeah, the jungle is this time of the... Yeah, it's a lot of fucking dwarves! God damn! Dude, that Dvala Queen's just been not doing anything but lay egg! God damn! There's a lot of them! that's a lot of them! I'm immortable. You calling me immortable? Not immortable. Okay, we'll just keep moving up here. Handwood. Handwood is no use to me anymore, sadly. I mean, shit, I guess we might go back around here. Do we have enough to become Fireboy? Yeah, we have enough to become Fireboy. He's Fireboy now. He has a triangle head. He's a Fireboy, officially. Yeah, something went wrong with, like, the shaman-specific rituals there by the seams. I'll look into that sometime. I'll look into that. Yeah. But basically, you can upgrade him into, like, the fire fella and just, you know, make more... He has meteorite. Good fire fella. I can't wait for him to friendly fire the ice orcs and have them all die in one fell swoop. I can't wait for that to happen. You know? Oh, that would be just amazing. Oh, wait! Beastmaster! And we got Hental, the Dark Wizard. I want getting another Beastmaster. I miss him. I miss the Beastmaster dearly. It's been so long. Yeah, we'll have the Beastmaster take control of those places since we got plenty of resources that he would need. Might as well give him a Ritual of Mastery immediately. Tame Yeti! That's right, we can get some Yetis there. Hentai, the Dark Wizard will remember this disgrace. And what's he gonna do? Send some weird tentacle monster after me? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. As if, right? As if Hentai will do something like that, you know? As if he will. Yeah, we'll get some brass... Somewhere, by the way, somewhere on this map, there's a Scourge Lord. Where did I go? Where's my army? Huh? What happened? I'm so deep in the woods. I think I got lost. I think I just got lost in the woods there, you know? Oh, okay, there I am. Found me! Found myself! Alright. For a moment I thought I was like lost in the forest there, you know? Some Cthulhu or Yoxaron, one of them have tentacles. Did you know you can actually get a mod that is effectively playing as like those bug people from Warcraft? It is actually a thing. It actually is a thing. There we go. Dog looking for himself in the forest. Yeah, I don't know where I went. I must have taken some wrong turn somewhere, you know? It must have been. Had to have been. Oh, there he is again. Good old Hastur. Yeah. Yeah, no, we're just gonna... Oh, look. Funny pillar of power. You just let me step right on there. Yeah, surely we can take on some barkers, you know, some doggos. I don't know if I can take this on with that many catapults, ballistae, and guys with fists. maybe not quite. And they also have a Golden Dawn Wizard. The siege equipment being the scariest because it's a very small army. But I can bully people. I could bully them. I think I found a Scourge Lord! Just a guess! Just a guess, I think I found a Scourge Lord! Yeah. You call it a hunch. Call it a hunch I might have, but I think I found him. Because if we look at his score graph, kinda getting there, and he had a big loss somewhere around there. Nonsense. No, you don't think I did? No? Hey, how about I summon a Warlock? You guys want to see some Warlock action here? So you can see some of that? So this is what a Warlock is like. So Warlock, he can corrupt orcs. Let me show you. Maybe I can get some of them as well. Let's get some Glory Seekers. Right, let's get these guys. So we can do the Rite of Corruption, where Glory Seeker turns into a Dread Orc. So it's a corrupt guy. He is berserk and kind of stupid as well. So if you don't have him in your army, he will just kind of walk around and fuck shit up. So we got a Dread Orc and another one. And we might as well give him the Ritual of Mastery, so he can get a bit of a t-shirt going. It's not red as I was expecting. It's not, because the red boys would be these ones. The Blood Orcs. Those are the red ones. Yeah, we can make orcs out of pure blood by sacrificing a bunch of people. In a bit of a funny ritual, you know? So, yeah, that's kind of how the Warlock does. So not as red, right? But we got the bloody guys. So they're literally just orcs made out of pure blood. So we got those. We got the Dread Orcs there, you know. But the Dread Orcs, right? The idea with the Dread Orc is you could corrupt them further. you know, so you can make them even stinkier, if you will. I think they might just die to the wolves. Actually, they didn't. Actually, they did not. No, I almost thought it was over for them, honestly. Yeah, we were not pulling a Grom just yet. Okay, yeah, we're homing in onto that Scourge Lord. I mean, potential Scourge Lord. I don't know if there is maybe one, maybe not. There's one ship. There's one ship. Just there. Just one ship. I wonder what the Scourge Lord meant by that. By his one ship. I wonder what he means by that. Guess we'll never know. You're just sentry. You're just sentry there for now. Yeah. Orc see boat, orc angry. Yeah. I know what Captain Proudmoore has done, or Admiral, I mean, right? So yeah, Dread Orc very angry. Dread Orc very angry. And Blood Orc just smear blood on enemy. Just chop enemy. Good stuff. Good chop. And fire. And little imps. You know, because demonology. Gotta have some imp. Look at them eyeballs everywhere. Look at those. Are we winning? Maybe. maybe. I think we're being attacked by someone there, no? We just found the Scourge. A bunch of deer. We barely were able to defend ourselves from deer. In the forest there. My god. I will be now defeating that ship. I hope I can manage to defeat a stationary target that doesn't do anything. Godspeed. Godspeed there. Meanwhile, the anti-Hastur defense force. I can get the orc shaman known as Dirk. And another... never mind, I can get a Slayer. No Slayer. So you have everything, you have implemented the paths yet, or are you showcasing? I'm showcasing right now. So we got Dirk. Dirk has his paths right here, right? The shamanistic paths, right? So we got fire, water, air, earth, and Tutti Frutti. We could make him Tutti Frutti flavored. And yeah, something went wrong, since like, somehow, specifically the shamans don't have access to their rituals. But yeah, that's basically what he looks like. He gets some minor resistances to everything. Technically, what they should be able to is like, if you go to the Fruity, you can summon the power elementals from the warlocks, like the mud warriors and such. If you go with a specific flavor of shaman, you can probably guess what's gonna happen. You get the specific flavor of elementals. So there's that. And yeah, like that's like the idea there. Ultimately, you get like a big unit in the end, like Fire Elephant, right? Or like Gorilla Hippo Centaur made of Earth, you know? Or Water Horse. Which sounds the least impressive out of all of them, you know, if I say it out loud like this. Can't summon Yeti, but I can do this and maybe get a Goreclaw. It's a friendly Goreclaw. Lovely. Because they can turn on me every now and then. And they will! And they will. They're angry like that. Okay, let's find a bunch of moose. Usual moose experience right there. And now, let's see if I can defeat the gates. Glad I defeated the gate. It was a really close call there. It was a really close call. I barely survived that one. But you know what? Glad I did. Glad I did actually survive it. Whew. Man. That was a close call right there, honestly. I thought it was gonna be toast, man. I thought it was gonna be done for it. Hell. I kinda wanna get yet another shaman. We can do the light shaman flavor so far, you know. We can even get a water boy. So that's what he looks like. Water boy, obviously, access to hydromancy, and he can use his healing scepter, but only once. Uses it only once at the start of the battle, because otherwise I noticed he would spam it, and I didn't want that. I didn't want him to keep spamming it. Because then he doesn't even cast his normal spells, you know? I could make it like it's only cast so many times, like 50% or 25% chance of the time, but this one worked the best out for me, from what I've tested so far. But then again, that's the thing, right? Short tests only get you so far here. Oh yeah, and then we got our little theme song playing here too. There we go. And now we can combine. Now we can combine the shamans, the spear throwers, and everyone else here in this army. Yes. Yes, we got him. The stampede. It's beginning. Slayer, Impaler, Axe Thrower, just to be that sort of guy. Alright, and then there's the eyeball. Then just the eyeball sitting there, you know? I command the almighty hellfires of the divine. I command. Wish. The little fisk. Let me just kill the eye. Ah! There we go, with the Scourge Lord. What we got? We got the Black Ants, the Scourge Ants, over here. Camel Boys, Hyenas, Spiders, yeah, little grubs, the little ants. Tiny Spider, and a bunch of the Heralds, which sounds about right for the Scourge Lord, honestly. And, you know, the Scourge Lord himself, the main army after all here. Refinement level 2. So we got the Scourge and the Orcs. Way less Orcs as you can tell. Way less of them. Problem is they have a lot of venom. They have a lot of venom. This could be interesting. Could be very interesting actually. Meanwhile, you know, we'll just create a couple more Blood Orcs. With this guy. There's a chance they might turn against you, mind you, okay? There's a chance. I'm just getting lucky. A bunch of Orcs made of pure blood. Need more Orcs, there you go. Not a horde so much as the gang. It's the Stampede though. We Stampede. We impede and we Stampede. Death Seeker. I choose you. For the gang! For the gang! Let's go! Yeah! Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing, right? Like, I wanted them to be, like, few units but strong, right? So we don't have that many, but we got, like, big beefy boy. Again, like, it's funny. The Siegebreaker. This one is specifically for structures, walls, gates, stuff like that. And this is for the units. So it's not actually attacking twice, but one's more dedicated for, environmental attacks than the other one. We're getting another Titan Slayer down there. I grabbed the boy. I grabbed the boy. He walks with me. He walks with me. We increase our numbers. We increase the gang even further. You know, we get a slightly higher amount of Orcs now. That's right. There he goes. He's probably gonna try and go for the Hamlet, but still. We're having a barbecue, beer, and a brawl. There you go. There you go. Astur, how you doing? My boy. A group of Orcs ought to be called a ruckus. A ruckus, I like it. A ruckus of Orcs it is. Mancatcher, blah blah blah. And we'll just get some emergency impalers there just in case we do somehow flunder completely here. Because, yeah, the few against the many is what we have here. Yes, they all have defilement magic with the heraldry there. Which, I mean, they can be pretty beefy as well. We'll see how that is gonna go, shall we? Meanwhile, with the completely calm and chill music that's playing right now, you know, we're gonna be seeing how the battle against the Scourge will go here. For the gang! For the ruckus! Alright, let's see. Yeah, we got the defilement magic, which is what, gonna be... Defilement levels... awesome. Yeah, Shadow Form and Fear. Yeah, the usual stuff you'd expect. Yeah, lots of fear. Lots of fear around these guys. I'm playing RPG and my productivity for sprites has plummeted. That's understandable, you know? Happened with Vintage Story and I before. Don't the Orcs drink the blood of Menaroth? Yes, that's true. We do have one Warlock though. He is a little sussy there, you know? He's looking a little sussy. And I don't mean the wizard sussy kind, you know? So we got this guy who is exhausted. And now we go into the brawl. Into the brawl we go, boys! Into the brawl! Indeed! The game in question is called Ballroom. Ballroom, I see. Can't say I'm familiar with it. Yeah, the spiders webbing us. weapon. Casting the dehydration. Come on, make the meteorite happen. Do it! You know you want to meteorite their ass. Come on! Let's go! Have it happen! Have edgy! Okay, a bit of acid spray on their own units as well. There's a meteorite. Awesome. Kind of a weak meteorite though, no? I was expecting a little more from it. I know, just kind of a pathetic meteorite is all I'm saying, you know? I mean, just barely killed someone. Barely killed a guy. You know? Alright. Have you seen meteor shower in action? Oh, plenty times. Yeah, plenty times. When I was testing the higher tier version of the flame speaker, I've seen it a couple times, yeah. Oh, it goes really hard. Oh, it goes really hard there, for sure. Okay, it's like burning these guys with what? Blood boil, I imagine? Fireward's actually kind of handy on them. Then we got these drummers. Their whole thing is just buffing you. They give you +2 strength. That's like their whole purpose. Just a little drum. You know? Gift from Heaven. That is a better name, honestly. Gift from Heaven is a better name, yeah. It'd be. A present you don't want to be opening or receiving, actually. Hey, Water Shaman, you kind of keep acidifying your own people. Did you notice? Just putting that out. Meteorite. Okay, we're kind of pushing on. We're pushing on. Yeah, the little gifts from heaven. I mean, I feel like the mirror image is really helping a lot here. This is Charmer immunity, which is kind of nice. Because of the skull. Meanwhile, Blade Swarm running away. I see what you're doing. Abandoning the front line here. Water. We get a bit of a splurge going. Alright. There we go, little by little. Alright, I mean, I feel like this was a pretty apt test. You know, to see how and where we're standing with the orcs right now. And it's okay. They don't have the scariest Scourge army, though. Like, they can have scarier stuff going as well, for sure. Yeah. They can have certainly scarier things going on, but... careful meteoriting next to the Berserker. Okay, he's on 0 HP. The Berserk's keeping him alive right now. And there he goes. Yeah, just gotta deal with this guy. He doesn't have lifesteal. So, yeah, he just get bullied. He just get bullied by the giant Siegebreaker fella right here. Alright, awesome! Bone magic item, Gem of True Seeing. Star Ruby. Alright, nice. With front line, Fiora Mike, if you're pretty nasty, run for your money. Oh yeah, no, for sure. Oh, 100% it would. Oh, it would. Luckily it wasn't the case though, you know. I want my brutes. You guys want to see more brutes in action? Let's have some more brutes in action. So, what we do, transfer ownership real quick, and then we'll go ahead and turn the brutes into, not gate crushers, but axe fiends. I want to see some of those again. So we can, like, turn them into that stuff here, you know. Because otherwise they turn into the big fellas here. So there'll be that. You're fine, and you technically have one more spare move, but you just can't really do too much. So, onwards you go. Onwards you move. Indeed. Yeah, meanwhile we have all the sacrifices necessary. We just lack in terms of herbs. For the boy. For the boy on the beast. Just a random mine with absolutely nothing inside of it? Yeah, you're sure about that? Look, I'm just gonna leave a couple of these blood orcs on top of this mine here. Just for the time being, you know? Nice boat you got. I don't have a boat. Wait, hold on. Oh, there he goes with the boat. Oh look, there's the other guy. The other friend of mine. I entered the tundra, but surprisingly warm in the tundra, you know? This tundra is awfully warm, I can't help myself but notice. It's one hella warm tundra. Yeah, who even is this guy? Like some sort of merchant here, huh? Get a spirit dancer because then he can move around on the top. It ain't a lot, but, you know, it's enough to reclaim the tent town over there. Have anything at home? Yeah, it's just not really. Not too much. Alright. There we go. We still got a one ancient forest. We lost this ancient forest, or just normal forest rather. And we lost Plague Town, which I'm okay with, honestly. Place sucks anyways. I can get another Axe Fiend while we're on our way. And we'll just make a brief pause inside, like in front of the mines of the Scourge. Alright, you can just move back down, sorta. Yeah, sure, let's get another one of you. There we go, and then we can just sentry over there. Alright, job stand. See what else we got ahead of ourselves. So, this is fine, this is all chill, you know, just some bogging around. Little fella, little man catcher. I take this. You know, just like the occasional desert in here. You know, every now and then we just kind of come across a desert. You know, not thinking too hard about it. Ritual of Grand Mastery, yeah, sure. Now he looks cool. Now the Warlock looks fancy. And he can summon the fancy demons, which have a high chance of turning on me. The Murzad. The specifically, orcish demons right there. Specific orcish demons. We can try. There he is. We got ourselves a Murzad here. That's right. We got the great demons from the full plane of Nahandar. Orcs believe that these demons devour the souls of the fallen warriors that died a dishonorable death. So we got these little fellas, you know? I like them. I like the little fellas, you know? That's what the orcish demonic army would look like, you know? The more warlock-infused thing. Lots of blood orcs, corrupt orcs, and, you know, Murzads. You just sit down. You just sit down. Take 5. Meanwhile, the anti-Hastur force, it's growing a little. It's growing pretty nicely, actually. And can you do any rituals so far, or are you still low on herb? You're low on herb. You just get more Goreclaw. But also not really, because we kinda had most people be sacrificed to demons right now. So, yeah, there's that. Yeah, there's that happening, isn't there? Oh yeah, we got some of the demonic, you know, we got some of the warrior-y, we got some of the tamey. The elementals I would have loved to show off more, but again, sadly, apparently something went wrong there with the code. So, you know, gotta deal with it. Gotta deal with it this way. Would have loved to, but we cannot, sadly. This little village, it might not be worth a lot to me, but I'm still also not gonna just give it up for free either, you know? Okay, my boy being hit immediately in the face with a bit of a ballista there. And there he goes. There he goes. There goes that one fella. But yeah, now we just mainly deal with the archers and the meteorite right on top of the ballista. It's fine. Yeah, this is... There we go. There we go now. There we go, boys. There we go. Got him. Easy. Alright. You know what also happened to me once before in this game? I was like, you know, idling, doodling, you know, doing my thing. And I like how this bridge just leads to literally nowhere. Can I say that real quick? It's just like nothing. There's a kelp forest and just nothing. It's just a nothing island. I'm sorry? Well, I guess the Scourge Sword would be more like in this place down there, no? We'll just get a man catcher so we can explore around there too. Yeah, we'll just keep our eyes peeled, you know? And we also get to see demons in action now. You guys ready? Demons against and corrupt orcs against the Campbell pygmies? Oh, they really just pissed off everyone. They just pissed off everyone right now with that. Bit of lightning, what can you do? Paralyze and decay. Oh, nasty. And the lightning coming from this guy. As you can probably tell. Storm Shaman loves the storming. There you go. Yeah, just a cheeky little... What was that? A cheeky little disintegrate from him. As it should be, you know, as it would be. There we go. Oh, that's that. A bit of poison. Almost died, that one. But almost isn't quite enough, you see. Yeah. So there's that, there's that. Look, the Scourge Lord is around the corner somewhere. He's Mr. Titan Slayer and a pyromancer, a human pyromancer at that. And like an orcish one, just a guy. Just a guy with fire. Alright, so we got that down. Yeah, I want to be moving over yonder to the Crystal Palace. Because I know for a fact that there's some illusionists, you know, being there. Looking at our mirrors and playing Pokemon or something. Okay, I'm being attacked by a group of moose. Can Toppygog, the Titan Slayer, take on 2 moose? Toppygog, do not let me down, Toppygog. Toppygog can. Yeah, he can take on 2 moose. Okay, good on Toppygog. I'm proud of Toppygog. Good on him. Good on him, you know? Alright, here we go, playing our tune again as we're stuck in the swamp. And this little fella, he just approaches the Crystal Palace and starts summoning every demon known to orc kind. And then, we just might be fine, you see, as we lose a couple villagers, but, you know, them's the break, you know. Them's the break. Hello, little man catcher. And so we found another iron mine, surprisingly with no... There's a couple fellas there, yeah. Can't do the Mirzad. Can't do the Mirzad. I'll just be standing there, frothing at my mouth, thinking about, like, attacking them, you see. Oh yeah, and then there's, like, a bunch of kobolds. You should be... Yeah, you're resistant to fire. You're certainly immune to fire. And you just burn. You just burn well. Might as well, right? Might as well test out the demonic army. Meanwhile, we got some horrors to maybe worry about down here, as certain someone's getting a little close for comfort once again. Look, we just got a bunch of guys with axes and spears ready to chuck at the nearest enemy, you know? That's what we got there. Now we can summon more gold claws. I think we don't, however, for the time being. We'll just kind of stick around where we are right now. And maybe a couple extra was there. I like how this has become liberated, effectively, from me, you know? Just a couple neutrals in there. Not a big deal. And this town is completely unguarded, so let's change that also. Epic! Now let's see how we do against some kobolds. Fire, lots of fire. Lots of fire, unsurprisingly, from them, but we got them. Again, those were like some lower tier kobolds, as it is, right? So, can't expect too much. Skeletons moving around down there is getting dangerously close to my one crater. Yeah, you can yonk this. And we'll see the next turn where that's gonna lead us. You almost get enough for another summoning ritual there. So we'll just have you stay put. Alright. Alright. Let's see. So far, so good. So far, so good here. Let's keep looking around. I mean, there's a very sporadically placed desert all over the place here. Very sporadic. Like, that guy is in the very most northeastern corner of Elysium right now. You think it'd be in the desert, but no, not this Scourge Lord, you see. Not this one. Please don't fail. I can't even do it because I'm short 2 sacrifices. Awkward. Very awkward. Well, not much that can be done. Not much that can be done there. We can get axe throwers, and down here in the anti-Hastur defense force, we just get some more of those guys, and end our turn just like that. Okay, I see a Scourge Lord in his little boat approaching Gerfrug right there. I should have burned down the town when I had my chance, you know. I should have burned it all down. So that tells us one thing for sure. And that is that I can, in fact, probably, maybe even burn down this town. Shit. Let's regime of mastery. Sack village, right? I should have gone for the other one. Whoopsie. We won't give it up without a fight. You see, there's gonna be a couple axe throwers and a guy with a sword. Yeah, I was about to self-destruct the town. Yes, I was. Who would have stopped me? The Scourge Sword? I don't think so. Okay, we got another one. We got another big fella. Cool. Let's see. You move down here and... Ah, there we go. You got a port of Jome down there and the Citadel, which isn't as guarded as one would imagine, because looking at the score graph, when we had our little fisticuff there, the Scourge Road sure fell off very hard. Oh, he fell off real hard. Well, sucks to be him, I suppose. Sucks to be the Scourge Road there. But yeah, we got a couple ghouls, which can be very nasty. And yeah, there's not much I can do about them. The commanders have some AP left. It's this guy and this guy. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I am surprised that the Scourge just went away. I was expecting them to attack the place. Maybe I was hoping for a free battle, you know, where I just don't even fight back or anything like that. Maybe I was hoping for that. So, sucks to be him, I guess, doesn't it? Well, now we got a little Titan Slayer down there. Just Fume Forger. Shame I don't have the money. Shame I don't have the money for him, you know. One day, guys. One day you get to see what they can do as well. Can get a Blood Orc. Well, never mind. It failed. Shit. Would have been nice, you know, would have been nice. But we'll just get some brutes in here. So we gotta move a front line there. And now we just gotta beat up some orcs made of blood, you see. So it's gonna take a hot second here. One of them is just kinda standing there. Not quite menacingly. Burning them is okay. Could be crazier, of course, but it's okay. I used to have them be ethereal, but they were a little too strong back then, so I just gave them some resistances instead, you see. Felt more appropriate after all. Yeah, some deer back there, that's fine. So, we got a port town with 500 million catapults, apparently. Gotcha. And then we got the town with just a ballista and one catapult instead. Here's what we can do. We might be able to make a... No, we can't. Never mind. No, we can't quite do it. It seems like we don't have the ritual to make the next step. Maybe I just didn't implement it, you know? Maybe I forgot. But technically, you could level up this fella here and like the shield version once more. So this wouldn't even be the final form yet. Seems I forgot to do that, so... It's really not a difficult fight, it's just mainly about the siege equipment, as is always the case, you know? It's really the main issue with these things. Can I destroy this? Yeah, I can, just not yet. And then, yeah, a bunch of, like, guys with bows sitting there. I'm gonna provoke him. I'm gonna try and roughhouse him a little. I'll roughhouse him. Meanwhile, we can get another Titan Slayer down there. Alternatively, we get a Titan Slayer up here. If I had the money to spare, of course. Because then I could just, like, say fuck you to those villages and just yonk them. So yeah, a lot of the siege equipment will take care of our guys here, so it's gonna hurt us quite a lot. I don't really expect to win with how much range they got on me, but I can certainly inconvenience them a lot. You know, I can certainly severely inconvenience those guys here. You know, I certainly can do that. We might even be able to crush the gate here, but it wouldn't be a lot. Bit of wind, bit of the cheeky little wind there. Yeah, it's the thing when you have a big guy, right? It's a bit of a choke point then. See, the gate is still standing. We are severely harming them though. Severely harmed them, but the warlock is also no more here. As he got shot. Yeah, it's a lot of them, but they're weakened. Oh, they're way weakened. Meanwhile, on the other citadel, They get some of our guys there in the back. Because of all the artillery they got going on after all, you see. Some meteorites here and there, the occasional meteorites. They're approaching, more meteorites falling down from the sky, burning Legion style even, if you will. Yeah. We still got our X-Fiend, we still got what used to be Glory Seekers down there going through a iron gate. It's sturdy, it's a tough one, for sure, for sure. Meanwhile, our big guys can't really do too much just yet. This guy getting a meteor right on top of his head. Sucks to be him. And then just the water shaman summoning all of the water elementals that he can. There you go. What a guy. And there we go. We'll get some of the Scourge Road done. Not all of it though. There's still some Scourge Road remaining after all. As you saw with the camel there. And, you know, some other units. But that's the big one after all. I'm being attacked by deer. Just deer. Yeah, it's just one shake. It's one shake who survived. What a guy. What a guy. You know what? Sure. Hit me. Get those Glory Seekers in here. Since we did lose a couple of them, so we can turn them into like little blade swarm in the meantime, you know? Which is always nice. Just, you know, bolster our ranks once again, since we have lost a few people here with this, but... You know, I still see some around. I see this one guy. He's been around for such a long time, too. No wonder he's, like, max rank at this point. What a guy. What a guy. Technically, we can do it once more. And I will. Get more of them. You know, they're nice and beefy, at least. Down here, we'll just get some wooden gates. It's just like the fact that there's 5 million catapults, you know. That's more like the issue. It's more the issue at hand. Wait, destroy building, yes. Yeah, we get rid of that one Scourge building there. The Scourge HQ. Because then all we have left is the Illusionist. After dealing with these guys here, you know. Which shouldn't take too long. Next turn I should be able to attack the other Scourge hideout here. Which with a bit of, you know, copium, we might be even able to like fully destroy them. We might be able to. Would have liked to have this guy, but sadly I can't. Axe throws are always convenient to have. I get one Death Seeker actually. I get one of these boys. And then make a handful of these Blade Swarm real quick. Yeah, a handful more, and then we'll just keep the rest as we go attack Jomei. Jomei in the south. Yeah. That's probably it for the Scourge Road. As the Scourge Road, if I had to take a guess, yeah, he's having a bit of a crash, just like me. Everyone's having a crash. Everyone's crashing out right now. Everyone is. Everyone's doing awful. Let's go. Okay, here come the catapults. They're heading some of our axe throwers and spear throwers, and even got rid of one of our siege Goliaths, sadly. But that's it. They ran out of ammo. They're cooked now. Gotten. Just like that. Like, they're not gonna do anything. They can only short sword me, which really doesn't mean much. You see? So we'll just get them. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and they're gone. Yeah. Filmage got him. Astrobium. And the Scourge Road has been eliminated. Now there's only one guy left. That can be a bit of a bother to me. Only one guy left now. Being the Illusionist, who's been left for last. Weakened, but still alive. I know, I don't think people should have access to this port. Let me just sack it. And let me just get rid of the whole port town. Because then we can get some nice things here for us as well. We can get some broods. Broods there, broods here. You know, can get these. Nice, nice. We can move over. We can yoink these guys, and then we can yoink them again very soon. Very much soon. And the anti-Hastor force has been... We have amassed so many guys back here at this point that, you know, this is quite a force to be reckoned with, you know? Hey, they could very well take on Hastur now. Most likely. Most likely they could. Herb-wise, we're getting there. We can almost get the Grand Beast Mastery. Get so many gems, holy fuck. I get so many. But yeah, no, we almost got him. Maybe next couple turns. Next couple turns we should be good. Alright. Gonna there with the commander. That's perfectly fine. There's a couple villages not belonging to me because of all the neutrals around. But that shouldn't take too long either. Yeah, Hastur just doing his little Hasturian things. And yeah, I'll just go ahead and get more brutes in here. You know? Tentatively they do die quick. Tentatively they do have that happen. So, we got some Glory Seekers still. What I think is, we'll go ahead, throw the Glory Seekers around, you know, make them all the Bladesworn and get some X-Fiends once we can actually start affording it. In that case, we just move over. We just start moving a little. Yeah, there's the Voice of El stuff as well. Of, you know, Hastur and that one Ice Orc that he is mind-controlling. Boggling his mind. What we can do is transfer all of these brutes as well and start moving you out while we're at it. Maybe even destroy some of the objects that we have around. Yeah, there we go. I just want to have everyone under my control there. So, you know, they're not going to be a bother. Alright, cool. Nice. So, we can sack some towns on the way, since we don't really need them, you know. This is gonna be like the final hooray here. I would say. You can get some stuff. You can get some stuff in the meantime. Get maybe another Death Seeker. I don't know. Get another one of those boys. One of those birdie boys right in the front gate. Hell yeah. Awesome. Yeah, lots of ranged. Lots of ranged stuff here. And can do this now. So we can be nice and heavily armored. There's only the Return of the Dragon Khan now, which I doubt we'll be getting. I sincerely doubt we'll be able to get this in time. But one can hope. One can cope. Yeah. I think it's time for us to move out. Using this army here. That's why we're taking their very ranged focus Orc army with us there. And we start moving them. We start moving them towards the Illusionist now. So we can, you know, maybe we can unite the forces, you know, and it'll be beefy then. Oh, it'll be nice and beefy. You hear that, boys? It's our theme playing again. Oh, it is. First, I take care of 2 snakes. That's right, just two little snakes on the way. And we keep moving. Oh, we keep moving. And maybe we get a couple Glory Seekers down there. Yeah, the Voice of El place, I don't really care about it anymore. Hastur can have it. He's been kind of eyeballing it the whole time, hasn't he? He's a little shy, as you can tell. There you go. I mean, technically can move you down and then still up so you guys can meet. I know the next turn we can combine them. Ignore this place. We're just working our way through the desert right now. There's not really a city near except for Tessifal. Tessifal seems to be the nearest one. So yeah, we'll just be getting a bit of a force back here. We'll even get some Slayers, you know, with the assassination shenanigans going there, you know. We'll even get some of them. Alright. Looks good so far, boys. Looks good so far. We can get another Beastmaster while we're at it. Alright. Let's get the other Orcish Slayer. We got a couple of Titan Slayers now. We got the lowest tier, the mid tier, and the highest tier one here. Let's go. Technically, we can use our power to make more fellas, you know, more boys. Yeah, we can make a Gatecrusher out of one of them. Why not? And, you know, maybe we'll make another one. Maybe we'll make a couple more Gatecrushers. You know, we got some of those guys now. As we're working our way, man. We're working our way through this place here. We can even get the market village. You there. You there. Lone Titan Slayer. Come down here. I have use for you. Yeah, there they are. All the spirits of the damned in one. All 4 of the people who died here. Well, all 2 of the people who died now. Yeah, splurge them with some water. That's gonna sober them up. There you go. No more spirit. Alright. So that one's gone. Cool. Awesome. So then, yeah, they can merge. They can merge together, make even more stuff happen there. Through the forest we go. You know, gathering some more herbs. Then we can go down here and we'll just say fuck you to the village. And then sack the whole thing. Yeah, we'll just sack the entirety of the village and move on. Yeah, one of those Titan Slayers there, you know, is more support, you know. Spirit Dancer, Man Catcher, nothing too crazy just yet, so I'll save my money for the time being here. We'll see what'll come out of it, right? Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that port town, you know, is actually helping out pretty nicely, so we can, like, bolster the troops before anything happens. We'll just have to wait for the desert once again. Spirit Dancer, another Slayer, and a lot of Glory Seekers. I like how it's always like the calm song after, like, you know, the orcish theme that plays. It's just so quiet. It's just so chill, you know? The vibes are so calm. Hard to believe, right? Like, hard to believe because we're mustering, like, the final force to take down the illusionist for good as Hastro's eyeballing the place again. Okay, there we go. We can, like, sit down there. We can sit down, we can get a bunch of Glory Seekers, which are basically cannon fodder, in here. And, you know, maybe even once we can, of course, once we can. Yeah, I'm gonna get some Death Seekers in there. I'm gonna get some of that. One Death Seeker Rooney. You just make your way over there. And, you know, we'll just transfer you into the horde here. Into the little army, the posse. The Orcish posse, you know? That's right. We're kinda doing some big gambles here, you know? Big gamble. Maybe they can even get some of the Blood Orcs on the radar, you know? We can still get more Man Catchers, damn. And or even more Glory Seekers. What if I get both? What if I just end up deciding to get both of these? Okay, we got a couple of those brutish fellas right there. A lot of Glory Seekers, you know. Glory shall be had. They have heard word of it now. Glory shall be had at last. We'll avoid the ghouls though. We'll avoid them. Alright, where are the... Ah, they're all the way up there. All the way in the north. Gotcha. Yeah, they're just all the way up in the north, just chilling, you know, those little blood orcs, you know how it is. And Hastur getting my oasis again. Oh, this is a pretty scary army there. Use special power, create another X-Fiend. Stop there from that one guy. And we're just gonna beat up this fella here. It's gonna be a bit of a, you know, very one-sided fight, but still, would love to see it. Would love to see some of it. And we got no leader here right now. Probably can get a man catcher eventually. Alright, yeah, this is not even close to being fair. It's like, this is just brutal. just hard to watch at this point. Yeah, they got completely torn apart right there. Oh look, a moose is attacking my base, and a crab is attacking the other base. Look at that. Likely we won't need them for much longer, so if they end up getting it, good on them. Yeah, the crab wins. Crab won. Crab wins that one. Alright. So at least the moose hasn't gotten that place. Fuck. Man. So close, you know, so close. So close to getting that fume forger, but like, I just can't. I'm just unable to. I'm unable to get a fume forger, just barely a bounce every single time. Like, it's always so close as well. Like, the game knows. The game knows I want him. Oh, they know. They're like, I bet you'd like this little fume forger now, wouldn't you? And I'm like, yes, I would. Well, too bad you're not getting him. Because even if I make it to this little hamlet over there, it's still not enough. Even if I was to burn it down and completely sack it, you know? Even then, just ain't gonna cut it. Well, and Hastur just taking his long walks on the beach. Classical Hastur. Yeah, I mean, this fella's gonna take a minute here, you know. Let's get closer to merging them. We can use the special power, sack the village, and make another Axe Fiend happen back there with those fellas. Cool. You know, get some of that money going at the very least here. It's just the Illusionist. He's the only one. And we're, not quite rapidly approaching him. We're slow walking towards him instead. We're slow walking towards him. Alright. Menacing. Winter is sort of slowing me down quite a bit, however, since the thing is that, you know, not all orcs have Snow March going. Not all of them do. So, you know, some of them will be objectively slower than others. Yeah, as I thought, like, herb-wise, we're not really gonna be getting anywhere like this here, so we need way more ancient forests to get the ultimate dragon fella going too. Right then. So we would be effectively there. And this guy wouldn't be all that far away either. So we're getting there. The Illusionist doesn't even know what's about to happen to him, does he? And then there's a chance the Illusionist might just be sitting at home and just twiddling his little thumbs and whatnot and be like, yeah, I'm just chilling. Alright, now we wait. Now we wait for the other part of the army to show up here. So what we can do is just kind of keep upgrading our units there. And yeah, you get the forest, good boy. Good boy! There you go, enjoy that forest. After all, we lost one just now, so there's that. Okay. Yeah, go towards the hills. We just, again, spend our time doing some of the cheeky little bit of upgrading there. There you go, that's 3 more. That's 3 more of them. That's 3 more of the fellas. Making it just a little tougher for the enemy, you know, to get me, because they have nice shields. You see, they have nice shields. And yeah, before you know, that should be about it, you know, that should be about it there. Since these guys are right around the corner, so we can get just a couple more of them. And then we're gonna, there, interesting game. It is a nice one. It is a nice one. Think Heroes of Might and Magic, in a way. But, yeah, I made myself a little mod. We got a couple orcs now, you know. This is a little home gang, you know, we got. How you doing, Raz? How you doing? Yeah, it's a nice little game. I do certainly like it. And, yeah, my faction is basically about you upgrade your people, and, you know, you have few of them, but you try and make them nice and beefy. Absolutely. How you doing? How you doing, man? How is everything? I reckon I want more funny guys with an axe. Just a couple more. No, just a couple more. Never hurts to have them, right? An orc who knows how to swing an axe is very important for the army. Orcs are modded? Yeah, it's the mod I made. I brought them into existence. Yes. They are my children. You know, we are not getting this. We're just not getting it. We might as well try and tame the Goreclaw. Get another one. Beautiful. Beautiful Goreclaw. So we got our armies right there. We can get some more people. Now maybe make a Gate Crusher as well. Like make some of the bigger guys here. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Saying myself awake, that's fair. That's fair. Well, hopefully you have a good morning, man. Absolutely. So now that we have both armies, we can combine them and we can go up against kind of overkill. Kind of overkill right now. But it works, you know, but it works. That's right. Yeah, we're gonna have a game night on Sunday where we're gonna be playing some Conquest of Elysium. I'll be polishing the model up a little more, since the main thing is that, like, the shamans, for example, they don't work as intended, just quite. Bit of a shame. I wanted to show them off a little more, but it is what it is. And, yeah. You get, like, most of the basic roster of Orcish units right there. I'll be there. Awesome. Yeah. How can Infinite Frog stand, but Orc Horde can be modded? I think devs were high on Skooma. Maybe they were, you know? Yeah. Let's get more work on my wizard. Would be awesome. Oh, I might have spent too much time upgrading there, actually. Might have spent a little too much time upgrading my boys. And it's okay, we'll get him next turn. We'll get him next turn, don't worry. Hastur is fighting someone. Yeah, since we got the Hastur Defense Force right there. And, you know, split up slightly. Can we get some Yetis? Hell yeah, we're gonna get some Yetis as well. I can't get more Yetis. Okay, we got some Yetis as well. They are vanilla. Yetis are vanilla, mind you. You can throw rock. It's all cold. And we get a couple Yetis up there. We might as well get a proper stampede going now, you know? We might as well. Yeah, give me a couple more of my Blade Sworn and Axe Fiends real quick here, alright? Give me some more of them. Alright, next turn, we'll get them for realsies. Okay, we'll get a couple more Yetis and then we're gonna go in. Yetis are like misunderstood orcs and very fluffy. Very fluffy, maybe even stinky. More Yetis for the Yeti God. Alright, so... Can we get one more? Nah, I don't think we can get one more. Otherwise we can't get the thing going. Gante, how are you doing? Welcome. Welcome. We're just about to finish the fight probably here. Get a couple more Blade Sworn. There they are. So, the final Orcish army here. There we go. Beautiful, is it not? Almost, Gante, almost. Halfway. Yeah, we got Spear Thrower, Axe Thrower, some Shamans in the back. Some of the Blood Orcs, the Big Orcs, Yetis, the Riders, the Cavalry, we got them all. We got them all, boys. Time to show the Illusionist how it's done, shall we? Right, Illusionist, let's see. Yeah, the Orcish Assassins taking out some of them preemptively. The Berserker already berserking. And here we go, boys.
Here we go, we're gonna give him a proper crumpet now.
The Khan already at the gate, slapping it about. What a lad, what a lad. It's just the ballistas I worry about most of the time from the suicide prevention mod. They're pretty nasty, you see. But look, meteorites are falling from the sky using the shamans. And, you know, there's a bit of a queue forming, you know, they're very excited to be going in there and just doing some brawling, you know. But it's getting there, they're getting there, you know, little by little. One of the Glory Seekers made it in too. Look at him. What a guy. What do you got? You got Battle Fright. It's okay, it's quite a battle that's happening. Understandable, you know? Understandable there. One of the ballistas is gone because funny meteorite falling from the sky. The Khan has been defeated though. And there we go. Illuminated. The Citadel was conquered by Torque, the Orcish Stampede. And there we go. That's it. That's an Orc victory right there with Butler difficulty AI. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. Like, they could have gotten me very much early on. They could have gotten me way early on. Early on I struggled a little. For sure. When I was fighting the voice of Val, that was a little scary. But yeah, that's kind of how the mod works. You can tell. It's your boy up there. it's your boy. Yeah. Absolutely, but yeah, that is the little Conquest of Elysium mod we got going on. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I think I'm gonna call stream here because we've been going for what, 7 hours since. I know what you're seeing up there, the stream time. It's not real OBS crashed before because half sword. But yeah, thank you so much for participating, for being here, for lurking, for being the way you are, guys. awesome. And yeah, there's the Discord. We got game nights, movie nights, and then some in there as well, plus the schedule and whatnot. Take care. Thank you, man. You too. You too. You have a lovely rest of your day. Absolutely. And yeah, looking forward to some more Elysium, and I kind of know some things that I should be addressing and fixing, and then some. It's interesting we didn't see the capital in this one there. It's interesting we didn't see that. I could make it readable though. Loot pillage emote? Yes, sure, we can go with one of those. Absolutely. Yeah, no, it was a fun time. It was a fun time. I did rather enjoy it. Yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, consider dropping a follow. It does help out a lot. And yeah, I'll be seeing you all tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be playing some Dark Tide, by the way. So that's gonna be some fun. You know, from Orc to Ogren. Or Psyker, I don't know, we'll see. Let's see. Who is not playing Menace right now? Because everyone's playing Menace. Dude, I swear, like, I feel like I kind of slapped on something there with all of that Menace that's happening here, you know? Let's see, who shall we raid? Do you guys have anyone in mind we can go after? Actually, you know, I have someone. So we don't get the opportunity to raid as often. Yeah, good old Hyper Stifler. Yeah. We met him during good old Kasheim. Made him during Kasheim. It's a good bean. It's a good bean, you know? And currently playing Baldur's Gate 3. So hopefully you guys enjoy that too. But yeah, that's it for me. I gotta make some food after all. Orcs can't go hungry for too long before they get angry and start pillaging stuff, you see. But yeah, I'll catch you guys around. Take care. Till tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a later stream, mind you. So, yeah, it's like 5 PM my time, so whatever time it is for you right now, minus 4 hours basically. And yeah, I'll catch you all then with the dark tidings. And yeah, do take care everyone. Bye bye!